It's a fine, fine day. Sunday. Sunday.
Good morning, Gearheads. It's Sunday. The Patriots play playoff football today, and you're here with the Blind Mike Project. Go to blindmike.net for all of Mike's picks, pushes, and parlays. On today's show, we welcome back the great Tookie to discuss the future of the Dabbleverse. We watch Jim Norton and Godfrey eviscerate Chad Zumach and Stuttering John, thanks to a clever potato. Also, did Stud Joe get an A+++ on his LSAT scores? Stay tuned and find out. P.S. He didn't. Also, we check in with the Rattlesnake on the Real Ass podcast and get their opinion on the open civil war between Rogan and Marin. And finally, we check in on Stilto, who is really not enjoying the silence of indifference and will do anything just so you can look at his odd face again. And now, here's your host, a man who had such vision and foresight. He had Tookie on his show before anyone else, the great Blind Mike Geary.
I have a lot of questions to start the day. First of all, are you doing all right, Casey Day?
I'm well, Mike. How are you today? Happy Sunday.
Good. I mean, I don't have to approach you delicately today. We can discuss.
Oh, you're talking Ducks football. Oh, okay. Mike, I went to Oregon in '96. This is how every season ends. Since then, every single one.
So you've dealt with it. You're all right.
It hurts to love something, Mike. It hurts. It hurts it deep down inside sometimes. But yes, we'll be back next year. We're already winning the offseason natty. The portal looks amazing, baby. Woo-hoo.
So I can ask freely, without fear of shattering your mental state. What was the video that plays before the show? I believe it's titled Preggers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I like to get, people in the headspace of where we're at. And a laughing Gregors gets me going in the morning. I'm not saying I pleasure myself to it, but
that's not him laughing, though, is it? What was that sound?
No, that is not. That is AI laughing Gregors.
I was like, boy, I really don't pay attention.
but it does lube people up, Mike. That's where, we're trying to
sure.
It's early,
That's the face you want to see when you get ready for the show.
That's what I was thinking.
And you mentioned you want to do some bet with me?
Yeah, thank you. All right, well, listen, you brought it up. Now we can talk it. So we got the Patriots today versus Justin Herbert, Oregon Ducks Chargers. And we love Christian Gonzalez, but he's no Justin Herbert. So I bet Mike on the
Oregon Ducks Chargers?
Yeah, they're the Oregon. Well, they're the Oregon Chargers today.
Okay.
My season never ends, Mike.
Strange guy.
But here's the bet. Simple bet.
Mental gymnastics you have to do to make yourself a Chargers fan.
I know. New England wins, which they probably will. I'll come on next time and do the show non-avatar. Real Casey. See how beautiful I am. But for some reason, if Justin Herbert and them boys pull it out, you have to wear these sunglasses of my choosing from the Venice Beach assortment of crazy sunglasses that I send you. And my God, they can get crazy. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah. Fine.
Yay!
Casey's always trying to set up bets with me like we're governors from the states of the teams or something.
Yeah. Now everyone can watch knowing there's some stakes.
Won't that be crazy, guys, if I come in on here in 5 weeks with a pair of glasses?
A pair of Caddy Z glasses. It'll be amazing.
How are you going to get these glasses to me? I have to give you my address now?
I'll give them to Craig, and Craig can send them to you. I understand that. You don't want to breach that level of protocol.
All right, fine.
I won't send it to the compound, you know?
Yeah, all right, that's fine.
Nice.
You realize if you lose, it literally does nothing. I'll there will be.
You'll
no
never
difference.
see me either way. That was the thought I put into it.
I assume you're on right now. I have no fucking.
I am.
idea.
I know. That was the joke. I am.
Where people comment and they're like, "Why are there football helmets on the screen?" And I'm like, I don't know. I never know.
Why not? It's a man show. That's why, ladies. Get out of here.
Well, go to HackRideStudios.com to support that madness and all the wacky things going on over there. Are you guys back now, finally?
We're back.
Your extended winter break?
Something happened on Friday where I want to do shows now. I want to do anything but watch football.
Good. Okay.
Yes.
So go to HackRideStudios.com, support them, or go to BlindMike.net, support this very program. We are live every Sunday at 10 a.m. Maybe the video will be on Spotify now, huh? We're Spotify boys.
Hopefully it is. You are live. You're live on Rumble right now, too.
Or I
Everyone
meant
give
to
it up.
ask that. That's what I was forgetting to ask before the show. We're live on Rumble?
That's right. You could get your first Rumble rant today. Who's going to be the first one to do it? Box Eating Dad, I'm looking at you.
Everything's going to change. Oh, we can get Rumble rants?
You can't get the money till you link your account, but I believe you can collect money. They like collecting money.
Okay, that's very exciting. Live on Rumble rants. What a day. All right, well, go watch on Rumble, I guess, or YouTube, whatever. But we're live every Sunday at 10 a.m., and blindmike.net is where you can get all our links. We're also available in audio form on all platforms. If you like, subscribe, comment, leave a 5-star review wherever you get podcasts. It helps more people find the show, so we appreciate you guys doing that. Subscribe on YouTube. Trying to get to 15,000 on the old
get us
YouTube.
there.
So make sure you're subscribed, damn it. And become a member on Patreon or YouTube. You can become a YouTube member.
Mike, before you start, we normally don't do this, but let's recognize a super chat.
Yay, super chats.
Why?
The one, Louis J. Gomez, 1999. The
No.
King Blind Mike. When are you coming on RAP? When are you, Mike?
Lewis is here already, and I have to introduce a puppet in a minute.
Perfect timing.
Shit.
You're-
We'll talk about you later. Come back, and everything will be very normal later. But for now, I have to say to Louis J. Gomez and anyone who has criticisms of the Dabbleverse, my guest today was very critical of the Dabbleverse. And I heard people call this a crash out or a meltdown, say this guy was losing his mind, and he snapped and he left the Dabbleverse. I also heard people say he was just kidding around. And I didn't take it either way, really. I was surprised by the reaction it got, and no one was asking the man himself. So I said, let me talk to Tookie about his thoughts on the Dabbleverse.
Welcome, Tookie. Blind Mike.
Hello, buddy.
Hello, Blind Mike. Hello, HACKRIDE, Casey.
Are you doing okay?
I'm fantastic. Yes, I'm okay.
Crouched under his desk right now.
Yes, I'm under the desk doing the puppet show,
Very good.
and very excited to be here. And it's very therapeutic for Tookie, getting to sit on this chair and talk to you about my feelings. Let's
I
talk
know.
about feelings.
Yeah, how did this start? What was the straw that broke the camel's back here? What snapped you the other day?
Lack of show prep and just trying to find an angle. No, you know what? It's just there have been a lot of gross things happening in the Dabbleverse, and it just kind of it gets you sometimes.
Right.
Between striking and lawsuits, domestic violence, like it's just like I don't know. And what I'm going to talk about John saying, fucking up on a word today or something.
Hey, hold on a second. We'll get there later. Don't ruin the rest of the show.
Well, yeah. Well, luckily, John did have a homosexual experience that day too. So that kind of brought Tookie up a little bit. But I don't know. I think we all get a little burned out by the Dabbleverse. There's a lot of stupidity.
Well, that's why I wanted to talk to you, because you mirrored some things that I've said many times in the past, where I still get shit to this day, where people are like, "You're talking about John? You said you were never going to talk about John again." I was like, "That lasted 2 weeks. It was a year and a half ago." I was like, "I'm done with this guy," because it exhausts you a little bit at times, and there are gross elements to it. And what I figured out, and what maybe you figured out as well, is doesn't it just come down to what you want to talk about? Like if you don't feel like talking about Scarlett Hampton or whatever the fuck, just it's easy. I don't do it. So can't you just filter the topics? Like the Dabbleverse has been this encompassing thing where people feel that they have to talk about the exact same topics. Just don't talk about the ones you don't like or aren't interested in.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the route I'm deciding to go. Yeah, I have no interest in talking about a porn star and some guy who hits said porn star. Allegedly. But that was kind of the big thing going on at the time. And then, you got all these other shows basically talking about the same thing. And, but yeah, we try to venture off into other areas outside the Dabbleverse. But in the end, the Dabbleverse is what made Tookie. And the Tookie loves the Dabbleverse. But like any great relationship, sometimes you're sick of
There are struggles.
the other side. Yes.
But have you? You were talking about like gatekeeping and stuff. What does that mean, really? What was your?
I don't even know.
What was your headspace?
I don't know. We're always accused of gatekeeping. Some of the more
By the way, I didn't know you guys were being accused of that.
some of the more popular shows, it's always by people like Dr. Chow, who's always in the chat crying for attention, for someone to pay attention. I'm alive, damn it. I'm a person too. Someone recognize me. But that's a lot of the Dabbleverse too, is that I think that people enjoy being in their little cliques, whether it's the popular clique or the unpopular clique. People like being in cliques, and there are certain people who feel that we don't have certain other shows on our shows, and we don't talk about like JMO and who else.
I don't know what that. I don't know
Exactly. And those people get pissed, but then
To me, that's not an insult to JMO. It just hasn't come across my radar. Maybe I would find it really interesting. But the reason I don't get into like you like talking about Karmic X.
oh, Karmic is fantastic.
and to me, it is just a guy like he's a little off, right? He's mentally challenged.
A little? You think a little?
Okay, but that's what I mean. To me, for that reason, it's not that interesting. Like the reason I find like John and Aaron interesting is because they had like actual lives.
Right. Well,
brought to this level. Karmic is just a guy. He was a commenter, and I learned something years ago that has been a big help to my mental health, and maybe you could learn from this motto as well. Where I used to get very because with like Barstool and being on Kirk's show and stuff, I was exposed to an audience that I would never have been in front of otherwise.
you're very famous.
And that's what I'm saying. Yes. And I was the punching bag in a lot of cases on that show.
Oh, no.
So it was very funny. All right, relax. Let me get through this. But it was funny to like make fun of me, and I would take that very seriously. I'm like, oh, what are these people seeing in me? Like I would read comments very seriously and take them. And then there was a time I remember meeting someone that was very nasty to me on Twitter, would say all sorts of nasty things. And I would get obsessed by those comments. And I met this person at an event or something, and they introduced themselves. And it was genuinely like a profoundly like mentally challenged person. And I say that like with empathy to them because you're like, oh shit, I'm sorry that I would get mad at you. You know what I mean? Like you realize
Yes.
and that's what I think of with Karmic, where it's like he was a guy in the comments who would probably shit on people, or I don't know what his reputation was. But then when you hear him, you're like, oh, he's got his problems, you know?
Well, Karmic's full story is incredible. I mean, he grew up in a town of like 100 people. I think 4 people went to his high school or something like that. And so he's grown up with not a lot of human interaction. And he feels that any job he's had before live streaming is living or working in corporate America. Now, his last job was stacking frozen turkeys or something at a turkey slaughterhouse.
He was a suit, you're saying?
Yes, Big Turkey.
Yeah, okay.
He was part of Big Turkey. But he basically had issues with the people he worked with and stuff. Karmic also has told us that he's on some kind of medication that I guess he wasn't taking at the time. And he totally quit his corporate America job to live his dream of live streaming. He cashed out his 401k so that he could pay off his house. which is a modular house. He, at some point in his life, said, "Mom, Dad, I'm done with you. I'm sick of living in your house. I'm going to move to the front yard." So he lives on a plot of land that his parents own that's right down the street. It's basically in their front yard. And he's never had a girlfriend. He found love through Pat Dixon's ex-girlfriend.
That's beautiful.
Who is now controlling his life. He's an AI music artist, and he says he could play any instrument. He plays a lot of instruments, but he has never, ever shown us an instrument or even attempted to play any set instruments.
They're in storage.
They're somewhere. But with all of this, he feels that he is the most talented. He is the most manly of men. And to watch him go on 3 or 4 times a day, he loves it. He loves showing us his life. But then he gets so mad. His whole show is just yelling at the chat, just telling us not to watch him because all we're gonna do is goof on him. But
Blocking us.
Blocking everyone. He's a liar. He's a compulsive liar, misrepresenter.
That's a common trait, I think, with the people that are covered. Yeah.
Everything about him is amazing. And I understand not being interested in him and being more interested in someone like John or Aaron Imholt because, yes, they have actually done something with their lives. But to hear Karmic talk about the things he wants to be when he grows up, again, this is a 42-year-old man, he's thinking about becoming a bartender. He enjoys video games, so he's thinking about possibly, because he realizes that right now there is no future in streaming. He's going to have to go back to work at some time. He's admitted that. And there's something about this 42-year-old man who has no life experience, but then will yell at us about how we are all pathetic bitches who should eat his shit.
Well, right. But so I guess ultimately what I'm saying is like when I see you guys talk about Karmic and I'm just like, oh, I'm not really interested in that subject, and I go on with my day. It seems like there are elements of the Dabbleverse. Am I in the Dabbleverse, by the way? I feel like I am.
Yes, of course.
Right. I don't know with the gatekeeping. I don't know if I can get in.
You're friends with Carl. Come in. Let him in. He's good to go.
Good. Just making sure that I have my credentials. But I look at it and I just say like, oh, I just won't talk about Karmic because it doesn't really interest me, and I go on with my life. It seems like there are other things that it's like, oh, well, Tookie's talking about Matt Mead, so that means I have to, or whatever. Like, it seems like there's this assumption that you have to talk about all the same topics, which you certainly don't. I don't know why there's that feeling out there.
No, there's not a feeling you have to talk about the same topics, but a lot of times there's nothing else going on, I guess, in the Dabbleverse. Well, I don't know. That's not true. You know what? The Clippers have made life a lot easier for a lot of us in the Dabbleverse because we used to be shows that would be like, oh, don't watch all these shows. We'll show you all the good parts. But now the Clippers are the ones who watch the shows and show you all the good parts. And then a lot of these shows, I do it too. We just watch the Clippers clipping everything.
Right.
And I guess there are times when you're like, well, I guess there's nothing really else that's interesting. Like if a Clipper didn't clip it, maybe it's not that interesting. But
that's why I like with Aaron, I try and watch the full show because it's not possible to clip the amount of times he's embarrassing himself with the goal or whatever. You know what I mean? Like if I see Stalin 19 post him melting down over the goal, I'm like, well, there's got to be even more goodness in that episode than a 15-minute clip contains, you know?
I love the Clippers. No, sorry about that, Tookie. I love the Clippers. They provide an amazing service, which they should be rightfully
especially
paid
because a lot
for.
of these guys delete their episodes.
Right. But what they are doing too is they're taking and giving to a creative group less data than that group was using before. Right. Version 1 of the Dabbleverse, no Clippers. We had to watch a 3-hour episode of John and use our creative things to pull out. now
But
we're
that's,
taking.
this is not the fault of the Clippers. It's everyone
No.
else doing their show that way. You know, like,
But because you get in that habit, Tookie is even saying that now there's nothing from the Clippers, so nothing must be happening. That's the drug or the pop music that we've kind of gotten into a little bit.
I'd always be curious because I think you and Cardiff in particular are at the point, and maybe you guys do this more often than I'm giving you credit for. I would just listen to you guys talk about whatever. It doesn't have to be Scarlett and Matt and me. It doesn't have to be like Dabbleverse that week. Like if you went back and did like old Ron and Fez episodes or something, I would listen to you talk about it. You know what I mean? Like just whatever you're interested in, I'd be
Both of you.
curious. Like people are fans of you guys at this point. I don't think you give yourselves enough credit for that. Where like I'll listen because I like Tookie and Cardiff. You know what I mean? Like I think you guys are funny guys, and the topics that you choose, I would likely also be interested in because I have a similar personality, similar sense of humor, that type of shit. So like, you guys could talk about whatever. It doesn't have to be these 8 shows that people have decided to cover.
Right. And I've grown to learn that more, especially after this week, because I got a ton of emails and DMs from people who are like, man, I felt the same way as you. And I was like, I don't even know what I said. Like, I didn't go back and listen. I don't know what I said. I was just like fed up with what was kind of popular in the Dabbleverse at that moment. Things have moved. People, things have happened since last Tuesday, and I'm interested in things again. Like Joey C has woken up from his slumber.
He's back, baby.
Joey C is back. John has been gold lately now that he's cruising for homeless
He's had a great
penis. Yes. John's having the best week ever. But I am starting to understand that. But there is a part of me, you're right, that's like, who the fuck cares what I have to talk about? Like, when I watch, I used to be like you, and I would get ready for work, and I have like an hour commute. I would listen to all of Steel Toe, and I would go, my God, why does anyone give a fuck what this guy has to say about politics?
Yeah.
And
Before this rumor gets out, I don't listen to the whole show.
Whole show twice. He listens 3
I put
times.
it on 3x speed.
Oh, sure. Oh, that's even worse. Mine is worse because, I was watching live, getting ready for work in the morning and going to work. But with Aaron, it's like, if he's hitting the goal and it seems like he's hitting the goal, I'm out. Like, that's what I want to hear him just bitch about the goal and bitch about money. That's the most important thing to me. And I have found, I believe that, the guys clipping Aaron, they're doing the hardest job of all in the Dabbleverse, because I don't know how they sit through all that shit. I haven't done it in a very long time. I can't. It's just my brain. I feel like I'm manifesting brain cancer, like from doing all this for the last 3 years.
I think it's why you see a lot of channels lose. Thank God for Silent 19, because I don't know where I would get updates.
Right. But there is a part of me that's like, who the fuck cares what we have to say about things? But I am learning that, people are just interested in us just hanging out and our personalities and just our, what we find interesting. And it's just weird to me, I guess, because I'm a nobody. I'm an idiot.
My answer to that would always be like, maybe nobody.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Maybe I'll do it and no one will show up one week, and what's the difference?
No, 100%. And I guess
I
maybe
do.
that's my fear. I don't know. And it's just, I love the Dabbleverse. It's like literally what made me, like I said earlier. And I guess I feel like if we don't do Dabbleverse stuff, we're abandoning what made us what we are. Like, I'm not delusional in I think, Tookie could go mainstream if we talk about the Minnesota Somali daycare thing. Yeah. Like, I'm sure if I went down there with a puppet, it would be kind of interesting. But
it would be. But if you were really interested in that, then you should. I'd be curious to hear what you had to say about it.
Yeah,
and maybe I would be like, I which is a funny sentence to say, I hate Tookie's political coverage.
Right.
Well, maybe I'd really enjoy it. I have no idea. But if it's something you were interested in, I think people would be curious to talk about. But the part that, oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, and there's always stuff going on here in Colorado. Like, I could go to rallies and protests and all this stuff, and then I think, I'm a fucking father. Like, what is someone? Is someone gonna kill me because they're mad at a puppet? Like, I could see them trying to destroy the puppet just because I'm goofing on them and stuff like that. You know,
which is it's a good level. I think it's what separates you from a lot of other mentally ill people that we see on the internet, where you have that level of shame and forethought. You know.
Well, sometimes I do. Like, there's these two homeless guys in Denver, Rain Man and Stumbles, and they do YouTube. Yeah, they do YouTube shows, and I know exactly what intersection they're at. And I've always wanted to go up there with Tookie and like talk to them and like give them some Chad Zumach shirts and like other like Ray DeVito shirts just so I can see them wearing it on YouTube. But then like Pat Dixon told me, he's like, you really want to go and fuck around with two crazy homeless guys and, you know, risk your life for that shit? And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. Like, I just see these people as internet personalities, but they're literal homeless people who talk about stealing and.
So the part of the part of your rant or whatever you want to call it from the other night that I think I related to most is something I've been saying for a while, and people often misjudge what I mean when I say this. Like I've been critical, for lack of a better term, like when Shuley like goes down to John's level and starts playing John's game. Like we'll talk about family or any of that shit. I will be critical of them in this sense. Like I always say, you're never gonna win this game. Like now you are in this mudslinging contest, and the big difference is because people say, "Hey, you don't get it. John has been doing this to Shuley. What is he never supposed to fight back?" I totally get it. And I totally get why Shuley does that. And I bet a lot of the time it feels good when he gets one over on John. I totally get playing in the mud like that. But what I'm saying is John is a guy with no shame. He has nothing to lose. You're never going to best him. And I think people make the mistake of like, oh, if I give him a taste of his own medicine, one day John's going to go, oh, this is what I've been doing wrong. And my point with that is you're just bringing yourself down to that level. And it gets uglier and uglier. And I think that's a great example of what the Scarlet Matt Mead thing is, where like I watched Patrick and Moody cover it, and it was interesting to watch, but it's also, I messaged them and said it gives you insight into what like cops and social workers deal with every single day.
Oh, yeah.
You're just dealing with two insane people. And at a certain point, I'm sure during that interview, they were questioning themselves like, what am I doing? Why am I inserting myself into this?
Yeah, I was glad. I was actually on Patrick's New Year's show before that.
Yeah.
And once they decided they were going to have Scarlett on, yeah, I decided, like, one, I wasn't doing anything all that great anyway. And I knew Patrick and Moody would do a much better job with it. And I just don't want any involvement with those people. It's just, yeah, because it's kind of sad. But at the same time, I don't give a shit. Like, if you want to live stream your mental illness and your domestic violence on air, of course people are going to talk about it. But man, there's something too real about what's going on over there. And,
yeah, I have a question for both of you about Stuttering John. Question goes to both of you. So Stuttering John has been talking to Vincent and Bessie about the super tip system. And Vincent and Bessie has given the vibe that there's going to be sort of like a group lawsuit, and everyone that has a voice on here, including both of you, will be contacted by John and his lawyers to join the lawsuit against Patrick. Now, if you ever wanted an in with John, this is it.
Yes, I'm in.
Tookie's in.
Nice.
We're in.
Excellent.
If they call me, I am in. We're going to take these fuckers down.
Take them down. Do you know how many?
We're not on super tips yet. I've been waiting for the moment to strike.
Right.
I think Rocco's done about 8 voices on Super Tip. So yes, it'd be quite the payday.
Oh, and the Beggy Monster's got to be one of the highest earners, baby.
Oh, damn it. I guess I am. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. Well, John's gonna call you and be like, "Do you guys want to join forces with me and take down Patrick?" And I think you should say yes. Just to get all the shit he gets from the lawyer. That'd be fun.
Absolutely, John. Let's partner up.
Excellent.
All right. Do you feel you got your side out, Tookie? Was this therapeutic for you at all?
Oh, yes, very therapeutic. And again, I mean, it's all such... And again, remember, this is all stupid entertainment. And that's, I think that's why once that whole Scarlett thing happened, like that is just too real. And she is a very damaged person. I know she hates Tookie because Tookie called a prostitute a prostitute. I'm sorry, prostitute. I'm very sorry. But
Porn star.
Not the
she's
first
a
time you said that.
prostitute. Someone found her page. But anyway, but yeah, I just wanted the Dabbleverse to be more fun. I don't like the the suing, the striking, and the striking of porn stars in the face or head.
Yes. Well, that's why you're here, buddy. We relate on that topic, I think. Tookie
Mike-
also said that the best part of the show was that we list the topics.
Yes.
He said, "Boy, that's a real."
Say it again for everyone, Tookie, so they can hear.
I'm saying visually, I love that you guys put up the topics like one of those ESPN shows where you know what's coming up next. So you're like,
I come
oh,
every week. I look at the topics and I leave. I say, I'm satisfied now.
well, exactly. You can look and go, oh, I don't care about this. I'll just, I'll take a coffee break and come back later.
Listen to them talk about.
Right.
Favorite part of the show. That's what I heard. Favorite part of the show.
Favorite, absolute favorite.
We do have some super chats, Tookie, before you get out of here that mention you. Is it cool if you stick?
He's also welcome to stick around for any of these lovely topics we have. The topics he gazes at every week.
Of course. I think I'll stay until Whitney on Rogan.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Oh my God, that's at the end.
Well, I'm just very fascinated in Louis J. Gomez has been having back and forths with certain Dabbleverse people.
I know.
Stevie Lou, yeah.
He was here. I hope he stuck around for that conversation. I'd be curious to hear his thoughts.
Speaking of which, again, we'll recognize the Louis J. Gomez comedy, 1999, The King Blind Mike. When are you coming on RAP? Tookie, you been on RAP?
Never. They would never have me on.
Amazing.
I'll be on. The next time would be convenient for me to be in New York. I would love to be on. And I was drinking my Body Brain coffee this morning. It actually is very good. So shout out to the rest.
All right. So we'll pound through these real quick since we know Tookie's staying here. Suburban Tug Time, 8609, $5. Wee! Thank you, Suburban Tug Time. TC Top Cat, 000, $5. No one cares about the oats. Go Bills. I don't know what the oats.
I think he meant Pats.
Pats, yeah.
Oh.
It's
Well, just anyone who cares about them feels like a stretch.
Carl Dickwasher right there. TC Top Cat again, $2. No one. Oh, I read that one. He did it twice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, $5 and $2. Again, the Louis J. Gomez. Thank you so much. Chef Lewis, 923, $199. Blind Mike to RAP. That's right. It's happening. It's gonna happen.
Any day now.
Craig texted me very excited about that. So
Why?
the Kiki Low. He's like, I'll make it happen. I'll get him there.
Make it happen. Look at what a pro.
It's great. Yeah. Kinky Loco, $5. I'm here to support Tookie in destroying the Dabbleverse. Hashtag JT does the graping now, 2026.
Oh yeah, do you want to burn it down, Tookie?
No, never.
That's what you would say if you were trying to burn it down.
Possibly.
Wait, he's pouring gasoline right now. Hey, wait a minute. You. All right, Don Fried Chicken, $4.99. Craig had church today. Said he wanted to help the altar boys get into their robes. Oh, no. I sleep crucified. $2 based. Thank you.
I like the idea that the altar boys get dressed at the church. Like they come.
They have a room for them. Yeah.
Differently, and they're like, "All right, someone help me get into this."
So 9 cameras in there. Chris Primer, $2. Dabbleverse chum is corporate media slop. All right, that's an opinion. Got a few more here. Jason Bentley, $9.99. Thank you, sir. Whatever you do, Mike, don't send Panhandler the link. He's podcast poison. Tookie will back me up on this. Tookie, do you have a comment?
Oh, he's the worst. When you said you met a troll in real life and he was mentally retarded, I thought you were going to say it was Panhandler.
Oh no, I don't know Panhandle. I'm sure he's lovely, but I don't know. I'm familiar with him.
He's very retarded.
Very broad shoulders, that man. That's what I've noticed. Broad shoulders. The Kinky Loco again, $2. Thank you, Tookie, for giving Emily a platform. Emily
Oh,
World
that's
Order.
the other thing I meant to say. You son of a bitch. Is this guy whined and cried about the Dabbleverse, and then to make sure I was fully updated on what he was up to, I sat through an hour of this woman being like, "Carl has a Reddit."
No, Opie has a Reddit, and Carl is trying to silence her. She knows that Opie is lurking on the O&A forum and on Reddit. Carl knows this too. Why is Carl trying to silence Emily? He was on her side at one point, but now he's trying to silence her.
He does that. He sits in his ivory tower and he plays us all with marionette strings.
Opie and Carl are in bed together. Something happened because he used to believe Emily, and now he's trying everything to silence her, to deplatform her.
Well, she was a fascinating character.
Shocking.
I love her.
Diana Sklan 712 199. Tookie, I'm a big fan. Always loved you the most.
Always loved you the most.
Oh, sweet.
Hackoburo 999. Hey Casey, fuck the Ducks. Hey, ha ha ha. That was great. Hate watch. Fight on. Love you, Mike and Tookie. I tell my friends into comedy about why are you laughing. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I looked at the score the other night, and I just said, oh, boy, Sunday will be raw. I'm proud of you, Casey, because I legitimately thought the intro would be 40 minutes on on why Indiana cheated or something.
I've gone through the phases. I'm up to acceptance.
Can I just compliment one of your latest Why Are You Laughing? The one with Al Dukes. It was fantastic.
Yep.
I think everyone should go back.
This guy to his heroes, and he snubs me.
I know you invited me on the show, and I did have to work, and I totally forgot to tell you. And the only reason I knew I forgot to tell you was all of a sudden my phone notified me that the episode was up, and I was like, God damn it! But it was fantastic.
I didn't spend a lot of time wondering where you were. I just figured.
Okay.
I said he hasn't gotten back to me. I guess we'll start.
Yes, absolutely, and I'm glad you did. I'm kind of glad I wasn't there because it was perfect. The great Al Dukes, producer of the Ron and Fez show, and Blind Mike. Everyone should go check it out.
He seemed into it, and he had a lot of great stories. And I would, if we ever do it again, I'd love to have you on still because I'm not as deep a Ron and Fez fan. I got into them much later, like essentially when they were off the air, basically. I guess while they were still on, but like after Anthony had left XM is when I started getting into Ron and Fez.
Yeah. I would definitely do that with you. And yeah, I was shocked. He was so into it. And it seemed like, yeah, he was really willing to do it again and loves talking about his time at Ron and Fez.
Yeah, that needs to be a series, not just a one-off. You need to do like 10.
It's funny you say that because I'd like to do E-Rock for Opie and Anthony as well. I was thinking about reaching out to him.
Yeah, nice man, E-Rock. All right, Stuttering Coke Job, $5. Agree with Tookie. So many garbage peripheral shows diluting the Dabbleverse with BS. Can't wait for these grifters to fade away. Miss you on Who Are These Podcasts? Tookie World Order.
Yeah, but I look at it like, what's the difference between them and me? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I do the show
Time.
also. You know?
And that's how I feel too, because I was just some listener who started doing a show.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy a lot of the new shows. And I say, the more shows, the more eyes. But there are some shows that just, they stream a lot and there's just nothing there. And
Tookie, give us...
Don't even give them the time of day would be my thing.
Tookie, give us your favorite smaller show. Give them a little plug here from the Big Tookster. That'll help them out.
Okay, I'll give you some. And I don't like calling them smaller shows, but obviously they are. The United States of Australia, he's fantastic.
Fuck that guy. Came at Mike.
Oh, you don't like him?
I know. I don't mind him. He hates me for some reason. I was rude to him or something.
Oh, really? I had no idea. I did not
he
know
did
that.
The whole thing on WATP, and then he was like, "What?" I broke it down on my show, and then he was like, "Oh no, I was kidding. You didn't get the joke." And I was like, "What's the joke? You just spent 20 minutes saying I was rude to you. I don't understand."
Oh no.
So who else do you like, Tookie, that Mike hates? Go.
Well, listen.
Dave Portnoy is great.
Oh, I love that. He does that pizza thing where he eats the pizza. Oh, it looks delicious.
I wouldn't know where to eat pizza if it wasn't.
Oh, I know. There's no, I can't figure out where to go. Listen, as much as I have been critical of him lately, I think the Tommy Jordan has something, but he's got to figure it out. And he's got to stop having so many stupid, useless guests on. Like you, mule. You steak mule.
You're never leaving the Dabbleverse.
He's the worst of all of them, this Tookie.
I know.
Mule and Panhandler are. I don't know any of these people.
I'm so deep in it. That's what I'm saying. I just like getting these people riled up.
Break man, I suppose.
You steak mule.
And Tookie, one more question. A lot of puppets are popping up now. How do you feel about a multi-puppet universe and the puppets that have come after you?
I love it because people are finding out that it's not just using a puppet that is going to get you know, clicks and views. You actually have to have some kind of personality with a puppet. You can't just grab an oven mitt karmic and call it a hunchosaurus.
That's the thing, like, John realized that, where they're like, oh, it's just a puppet or a potato. It's like, well, we like the words they say. Like,
Right.
on the screen. I just find them funny. It doesn't matter if they're a puppet or a potato.
Right. Jackie Puppet was just a puppet. Triumph, the insult comic, was just a puppet. Like, you know.
I think because guys like John are very simple, and they're like, oh, everyone's laughing because it's a puppet, I guess. Because that's what John would be attracted to. You know?
I know. He just does a stupid voice. That's all it is.
30 seconds later, you're out of shit if you don't know what you're doing with a puppet. Like, I've seen people try, and like they're like, puppet. And then like, oh, shit.
I have no idea what I'm doing with this puppet. I'm not a puppeteer
Honestly,
or a comedian.
What was amazing on a couple levels during Tookie's rant was that he kind of kept the voice up the whole time. Like,
Did I?
Yeah, you were kind of in the Tookie voice a little bit.
Oh, good, because I always get accused of not doing the Tookie voice.
I mean, like, it was never like what it was when you started it. Like, it dropped off from that, but it was always there a little bit. A little element. It was always there.
We got a few more here. Chris plus $2. Legion of Skanks spent a few minutes discussing the Dabbleverse. He has the audio. I think I heard a little of that.
on their Friday night hang, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, I heard a little
What'd
bit
they
of
say?
that.
What'd they say? They talk about Tookie?
I think it was kind of the usual stuff where Jay's like, I'm into it, and Lewis is like, it's gay. And,
Stevie Lou's going to scare Lewis away. Stop it, Stevie Lou. Stop it.
Well, wasn't he also fighting with Doom or like one of those guys?
He's fighting with everyone on that side. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know. I saw a couple of the tweets where he said like he likes making fun of the Dabbleverse, but he lurks. Where are some of the shows, I guess?
They're all here. They, you know, you get sucked in.
Judge it all you want. But he,
EFS66999 gives us a super sticker. Thank you so much. Getty Van Halen for $2. Love Blind Mike and Tookie. Nothing to add. You don't love me?
Thank you, buddy.
Nothing witty to add.
Thank
James
you.
R617 can't believe Stut Joe sold his boat to Tookie. He sold his boat. That was
Yes.
amazing.
He sold the boat. It was too expensive to fix it.
Yeah.
So he sold it.
he bought the wrong kind of boat for the area. So he's not an idiot. He bought the wrong boat.
You know what they say? The two greatest days in a boatman's life: the day he buys his boat, the day he sells it. That's right.
That's right.
All right, Red 473 for Mom. Tookie, when's the next AC trip? Oh, wait.
In less than a month, Super Bowl weekend, we're going to be at the Borgata. A lot of us are coming in Thursday, but yes, Super Bowl 3, brought to you by NLO and Tookie Soup.
That's what we're calling it?
Yes.
Okay.
Super Bowl 3. Come watch us gamble.
All right.
That's all it is. We all hang out and gamble and drink and try and cause chaos, I guess.
There's always some drama there.
There's always some kind of drama.
So I'll keep my eye on that.
The poor whores that picked that weekend to work. You know what I'm saying? Getty Van Halen, $2. Did you see Ava drive over that ICE agent? Oh, no.
Stop it.
It was a big part of your rant. It felt like there was a lot of anger directed.
Yes, and I'm sorry, Ava. Tookie's very lazy. All you can do is talk about your tits, but they're mesmerizing. They're hypnotic.
Sure. You're just so hard.
She is, or I am.
That was sweet. $199. Rich Rod, year 2 at West Virginia, and Giants pick 5. WDYT. That is a saying. What WTYT? What do you think? What do you think
I don't know
about the Giants pick? Giants.
Oh, are they going to take the Indiana kid?
No, he'll be gone by then.
I have to clarify something that I said about Casey last week. He sent me a second video of that quarterback from Indiana.
Fernando Mendoza, yes.
Yeah. It was much gayer than the first one you sent me. So now
I'd like to comment, but he threw 5 touchdowns. I can't call him anything but a champion.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Don't be unleashed, $2. Only children and slows go by Stevie.
All right. How many of these are there? For God's sake? We got to move on.
So, what? Well, hey, we got to this one. Louis J. Gomez Comedy, 1999. How do I call in? We don't have that technology, Louis. I'm
Shit.
sorry.
He can call my phone.
Send him the link if he wants to come on.
All right. Do you? Okay, I'll send it on Twitter, Louis.
Yeah. There's no way he's still watching, I wouldn't think.
Well, that just came in 1 minute ago, Mike. So,
really?
so
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
chances
hey.
are.
Look at your Twitter, Lewis. Can we send you the link?
Yes.
It'll be
coming.
from HACKRIDE.
You know, the guy that yelled at you a year ago for the posters. You know,
He doesn't know what you're talking.
No, he doesn't. He did respond to me though, because he's a man that likes to respond. We like that about him.
And then while we do that, we can play this Cardiff call, I guess.
Yes, it was fantastic.
I'm sure you already talked about it on your show, I would think, but I just wanted to address it. Cardiff did a beautiful job.
Yeah, no, it was great. We talked about it a little bit. We didn't actually play it because I know other shows had played it already, but we did have a couple questions.
Louis,
I
hold
get
on.
to things a month late, Tookie. Don't be controlled by what other people have done.
No, I know. But I just had a couple of questions for Cardiff regarding the call, and he answered them, and
Well, good.
it was fantastic.
Louis, if you want to text me on Twitter, he doesn't have any DMs open, and why would he? Why would you? I wouldn't. But mine are, so you can text me, and I will send you the link.
It's at a HACKRIDE, right?
Yes, yes. Just look, HACKRIDE Studios, HACKRIDE. Yeah, well, damn it. Or Tookie, what is your phone number? Can you patch that in through your line where Mike and I could hear him though?
Yeah, I'm actually setting up my phone right now if you want me to go through that, and he can call 202 Tookie 0, but he can't do it just yet. I just need a second.
Louis, get busy to work on this for us, please. Come on.
I feel like we're getting ready for something that isn't good. He's just not going to. He was kidding.
Let's just. It's not gonna happen. Let's move on. So a potato did something fun, huh?
Yes. Master of setups. Yeah. Figure out if we can get that to Lewis, but if not, we'll move
I'll
on.
work on it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, if he calls 202 Tookie 0, we can put him on.
202 Tookie 0.
Yeah, I don't know the numbers for that.
Anyone can call.
I'm sure.
Now that we've said that, literally anyone could call him.
Yeah. Hi, Cardiff, because that's coming.
JT, get on the call screener. No, see, I have a call screener, and I see him in the chat. JT, get on the call screener if you can.
Wow, this is big.
Yes,
Moving
this
mountains,
is big.
Lewis. We're moving mountains for you.
We get shit done.
Is he going to hear us though? You know.
Yes, he'll hear everything.
Nice.
Excellent. All right. Potato time.
All right, yeah, so Cardiff. Well, actually, I don't know who this is. They don't screen their calls as well as we do, apparently. Someone called in to Jim Norton Can't Save You, and I thought it had a very interesting question that led to Jim Norton and Godfrey giving some very poignant advice.
Just the head. You'll need the headphones for this. Oh, okay. If anyone has a question or advice or whatever you need, hello.
I'm hoping you can help a couple friends of mine who are stand-up comedians in Florida. They have trouble dealing with criticism and online trolling. They always seem to overreact.
Slipped into like original Cardiff there a little bit.
Yeah.
OG.
Back to it. What advice could you give my friends John and Chad?
Stop doing comedy.
If you can't take the criticism.
For anyone who doesn't know how great that is, Chad opens for Godfrey. It's like one of his big credits, right? Like he brags about that a lot. And he opens for this guy, and Godfrey unknowingly is like, "Just fucking get out, man. What are you doing to yourself?"
Gets worse too.
Well, he used to open for Godfrey, but somewhere down the line, Godfrey said, "No more. You have to go out on your own, young duckling, and start headlining on your own." So that's why Godfrey doesn't contact him anymore when he comes to Florida.
That's good, like Harry and the Hendersons. He was like, "Get out of here, Chad. We don't need you anymore."
Harry. Nice boy.
Stop doing it. Just stay out of it. That fucking soft, sensitive ass shit. You gotta. The people troll, and a lot of these trolls online are bots. By the way,
Some of them are, yeah.
some of them are just bots. You got it. This is comedy, man, dude. And you know, we did it when there wasn't like social media. We got our criticism right there in front of you, or if it was in a newspaper or some shit. But You gotta, ignore that shit. Yeah, don't be in a comedy because it's coming.
It's gonna come. You can't avoid it.
You can't.
I don't read it. Like I really don't. And it's not. It's like in person I have to deal with it, or if a heckler I have to deal with it.
Right.
But you ever see Glenn Ross?
Yeah.
When Alec Baldwin, I'll look at trolling online like this. When he's yelling at them, he goes, you can't handle this, you fuck. This is nothing compared to what you get on a sit.
Right.
If you can't handle online trolling, like that's nothing than being yelled at in person.
It's like saying, hey, what do
I would assume if I were to put myself in Cardiff's shoes, he probably thought, I'll get through and they'll probably just hang up on me or not know what I'm talking about. Or like there's no way they'll play along this well. The idea that Jim Norton and who John loves and Godfrey, who Chad loves, are telling these guys through a Cardiff question, quit comedy, you're not made for it. Now, of course, if they knew it was about John and Chad, they'd oh, well, no, those guys are real comics or whatever the fuck they would say. But it is very funny because Cardiff didn't shit on them. He didn't say anything nasty about John or Chad. He just said, like, if these guys react this way, what would your advice be? And their advice is quit.
You're right, and I felt that way in the beginning. I was like, damn it, why didn't he say their last names? And I asked Cardiff that yesterday on our show, and he said exactly what you said, that, oh, yeah, they would have just said, oh, those are great guys, they're great comedians.
John gets a lot of shit, but I like him.
Right.
Or, that's a good guy, or what? Yeah.
So for him to do it this way, and yes, I was also shocked that they went back to Cardiff, who was still on the line. I thought Cardiff was well hung up on by this point.
When I heard his voice again, I was shocked.
I know the first time I listened, I don't even think I heard him on again because I was like, oh, okay, I heard their answer and I was done. And then I heard someone else playing it and I was like, oh shit, Cardiff was still on the line. That's fantastic.
I do about my friends when people don't like them as comedians, right?
Yeah, who cares?
There's Jim's funny, I'm funny. But there's my funny some people don't like. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You can't, it's impossible to be liked by everyone. If you're looking for that, you're out of your fucking mind. It's not gonna, and if they just started, I understand you want to be liked by everyone because we all, when we first started, I'm not gonna sit there and lie. But after a while, it's impossible to be liked by everyone. Just as long as you have the
Godfrey's also making a good point, and it's kind of like I was saying earlier, where it's like that's a very natural reaction at the beginning. Like when John first got on the Howard Stern show or whatever, and he reacted the way he's reacting now, that'd be very natural. Like it would make a lot of sense, actually. I think a lot of people would react that way. What's fascinating to me about John is that he's 35 years into this. Like getting the amount of attention that he's got, maybe more than that.
Yeah, no, exactly.
He has not learned, and that's what's interesting when like Carl goes back and listens to those old episodes of John, where John's like, oh, just all of a sudden this Dabbleverse, they started making fun of me for no reason. But if you go back and listen to John's early podcast, it's John getting into a fight with someone on Twitter, like an old Stern fan that was like, oh, you're an unfunny, lazy piece of shit. And John's like, oh, really? Let's walk through this logically, shall we? And it's like,
well, that's why the Dabbleverse is so amazing because, yeah, we just do all the things that John used to do when he was on the Stern show. He just used to go out and, be an instigator and, antagonize people. And that's pretty much what we do. And he can't take it. He wants the cops and lawyers and all this shit involved.
And if I'm a huge Jim Norton fan, so I wouldn't do this. But if I decided to troll Jim Norton, and every week we talked about Jim Norton on here, and I tweet at him and all this shit, I would probably never get a response. And if I did, I would lose a lot of respect for Jim Norton, Like, odds are I would never get a response, or maybe, like, if I got his attention enough, someday he casually mentions it or something, but it wouldn't become his entire... Jim Norton Can't Save You wouldn't turn into, let me address what Blind Mike said about me this week, which is what's so amazing about some of these guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lewis, we don't want you to call in. Don't call in.
Shit. Yeah. No, but I love... I'm a big Lewis fan. That's the difference.
Lewis, if you look in chat, DJ Electra is putting the number in there for you now if you want to give a call.
And my call screener is waiting.
51% is how you win the presidency, man.
That's right.
I don't have to.
We'll get Stevie Lou on here. We'll have a real fight. We'll let you guys fight it out. No, we won't do that to you. We hate Stevie Lou here. Thank you.
Be liked by everybody.
You
Fuck
do?
that.
Well, hold on. Don't speak for me. I don't know anything about him.
Oh no, I stepped in it. I hate Stevie Lou here to defend Louis J. Gomez.
Play the clip. What's happening? Just play the clip.
Yeah, so just tell them to take
Well,
it.
they-
Don't look at it or just don't take it seriously. Who cares?
Yeah, and if you do, just don't. You can't be in the business. Stay out of it. Just do something else.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, they've been doing stand up for about 25 years.
Oh,
each, but
come
I guess
on,
they
you
should learn to
pussies!
All right, that's probably a little.
They're disgusted. About 25 years each.
Oh, he's so wonderful. I love Cardiff, and the fact that he would think to call in and ask this wonderful question and to not include the last names just proves how quick and smart Cardiff is.
He is. He's a very, very funny guy, that Cardiff. So props to him for getting that across.
But some guys, thank you for the call, sir. Some guys get into it where that becomes their thing, where they're always kind of going back and forth, and it's like it gives them something to push back against. There are guys that like that. I found it like after all those years of radio, I'm just like, I don't want to watch your thing to see what you said. I don't care, because I don't have to watch things I don't
you
care
on radio
about.
for 25 years?
20.
Norton
It was
might
20.
legitimately be talking about John. Like John might be in his mind right there when he's. That's the one part where he's like, I'm not one of these guys that's going to go back and watch what you said about me and respond to it. He might be thinking of John or Chad in that moment.
Well, I think
Kevin Brendan more likely, maybe.
I think when Carl was talking about it, he believes that Godfrey knew who the Chad was that Cardiff was talking about. Yeah, he had a theory that Godfrey knew the whole time. I don't know how, but
I don't know. I don't know if his mind would go there necessarily. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Chad, I don't really cover Chad at all, but like those of you who do, like you're thinking of Chad as like the Chad that you know and want. I don't think Chad is on Godfrey's mind that presently.
That's how I feel.
You know?
Yeah, I don't think that when Godfrey goes to Florida to do stand-up, he even remembers he has a friend Chad in Florida who does stand-up.
Right, like you guys are thinking, oh, Chad and Godfrey know each other. He hears the name Chad, a comedian. He probably thinks of Chad Zumach. I didn't get that from that clip. It's possible. It's an interesting theory, but I didn't hear it that way.
All right. So we have given Louis the link, and if he comes up, that would be great.
All right.
But he does have it now. So
Excellent.
yeah, and I think we are all cut up on. Oh, we got one here. Getty Van Halen, $2. Does Godfrey still want to assault Cumia? Is that a thing?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Is that something? Damn.
I don't know. I didn't hear that discussed on Jim Norton Can't Save You. I'm not sure.
Well, I know.
Friend of the show?
I think Chad talked to him on the phone once on his show, and they talked about how Bill Burr threw Club Soda Kenny.
Yeah.
Kind of
Put me out of the comedy stuff.
Yeah, threw Kumini out. And I think when Chad talked to Godfrey about that, Godfrey did say that he would love to whoop that ass or something like that.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Which is rare for a black person to immediately go to violence over nothing. But
I think you're quoting Anthony Cumia now.
well, Godfrey's a unique. That's why he's so popular.
Right.
Which is a great segue, by the way, because Cumia may be, in fact, or John may be gay, but there's some accusations going around Cumia, too, with John. And that is next.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk. All right. Let's talk about Stuttering John. I'm excited to talk about John this week. It's been a while since I could say that. As Tookie pointed out earlier, sometimes it gets a little exhausting or repetitive. But John is in John is in his lane this week. He's feeling it, baby, because there are a lot of rumors circulating about John, of varying degrees, and John has decided to tackle all of these head on and address them and, frankly, put them all to rest. So now we know the truth thanks to what John has revealed on his program this week. Where are we starting?
Mike,
Yes.
I think we're going to have to interrupt that because I think we have a guest
rattlesnake.
backstage. Yeah, so let's everyone welcome to the stage, J. Gomez.
This was a very difficult
On stage, yay.
I appreciate
Hold on a second. I gotta make sure.
Oh, God.
I gotta make my audio come through my computer. All right.
Okay.
There we go. Done. Here we
Check
go.
one,
I got
check
it.
two.
All right, we're
You
here.
hear us? Yeah.
We're here.
Excellent. Welcome to the show.
You're on
The
with
king Blind Mike and Tookie. First time seeing Tookie. This is fucking hilarious.
I bet you feel pretty silly calling the Dabbleverse gay when you look at this.
Yeah, say it to my face. Say it to my face.
Just some cartoons hanging out, you know.
Blind Mike and Tookie, you're the only two that I will publicly associate with. This is it.
I'm glad you came on. So you sat through our pontificating about the Dabbleverse. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, I was in and out, so I didn't hear everything.
Understand.
Look, dude. Here's the thing. This is it's kind of interesting to watch like an entire subculture be created around a handful of like the absolute biggest losers on the planet. It's like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But the reality is, like, it's entertaining. You know, I'll fucking try. I like your show, dude. I think what you do, Blind Mike, first of all, you're a fucking pro. You've been in radio for a long time, which I think actually does, you do an entertaining show. And you do a show, so it's like TMZ for comedy, which I like. It's kind of like the positive side of the Red Bar coin. You know, and
That's
Red Bar.
what I tried to do. Thank you. Yeah.
Red Bar, and there's some negativity too, but I think you kind of call it like it is. I don't think you come from a malicious place where you're just trying to troll. I don't think you really try to troll at all. I think you give your opinions, and you're a fan of this world, and I think you're a real pro. Red Bar was the OG at this shit. You know, he would do fucking real shows, like real deal shows, and he would fucking do the fear. People would talk about Red Bar in green rooms at comedy clubs, and be like, "Oh, this fucking Red Bar guy, dude. His fans are telling me Red Bar's." I was like, "Dude, it's literally they're rating Red Bar's watching your comments. Who cares? That's it.
Right.
That's the big thing that's giving you fear. It's very interesting. So, I think it's probably good overall. All of the fucking trolling and the shit talking. I think it's probably good to keep comedians a little bit on their toes. I'm probably one of the only people who go back at trolls and fucking will reach back out and fucking talk shit. I just get bored. I got a new puppy. She's in my lap a lot. I got to sit there.
I do. It is your Twitter makes you look much crazier than you are. I was saying this last week, where if you looked at your Twitter, you would think this guy is spiraling, arguing with Harrington's Grundle or whatever the fuck. But when you talk about it, you seem very measured, and you have a good. You come from a good place on it.
Well, the internet's not real life. Like in real life, I'm sitting in a beautiful house right now. I got a great kid. I got a hot girlfriend. I'm going to fucking Turks and Caicos in a couple weeks. It's pretty sweet. You know, on Twitter, it's a cesspool. It's designed to kind of have those back and forths. And I removed my emotion from it a while ago. I watched Dave Smith, who literally, he really gives a fuck about politics and all this shit. Like, and he's like in it every day. I'm like, dude, I don't know how you deal with that, because he actually fucking cares. But yeah, I don't know. I'll get caught up. You know, that guy Doom, I didn't realize that he was I watched his clips, and he was coming at me on Twitter the other day. But whatever. I was just trolling. So I'm going back and forth. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, dude. You don't know anything. It's just kind of part of the fun of Twitter. Is that not what Twitter's for? Is just kind of talk shit and share ideas and be idiots. So yeah, I jump on.
I think the difference is a lot of the people that respond the way you do then go on a podcast and respond with the same level of anger. That's how they're really pissed off about a lot of the guys that we cover. It's like they feel very angry and they want revenge and they want
If I talk about Doom or Stevie Lou on Legion of Skanks, the show's over. The show, we've crossed the threshold where it's no longer what we're trying to do. My shows aren't for, shit talking on any of these guys who I literally have actually no problem with. Stevie Lou, who's coming at me now on Twitter, I actually had no problem with this guy. I was always just fairly friendly with him. He was in the background at Legion of Skanks. He would hang out at the Cummings studios a lot. Always just kind of like a nice enough dude. And then I think he started going on Kevin Brennan's show, and I think Kevin hates the Legion. Kevin hates everybody. He started specifically taking shots at me and at Harrington, saying he wanted to fight us. But it wasn't like, oh, it'd be fun to fight a Skankfest. Which honestly, there was a path to that, 100%. We need knuckleheads to fight at Skankfest all the time. We do this every year. But he wasn't coming at it in a way where he was like being cool or like wanting to be one of the boys. He was actually being shitty. So I sent him a DM being like, yeah, dude. I was like, what are you doing? Like, I thought we were always cool. Like, and then he ended up that was like maybe 8 months ago. He posted that DM on Twitter being like, this when Lewis tried to big time me. I was like, I'm not trying to big time you. I'm telling you, if you want to like be involved in the cool shit I create, like Skankfest, the path to it isn't sitting there talking shit about me and my friends to Kevin Brennan. That's retarded. This business is about who likes you. You have to, and by the way, they're not in the business, so they're sort of on their own island, right? And that's ultimately maybe my problem with the Dabbleverse and sort of all of the Dabbleverse adjacent podcasts. It's just sort of like, the idea, just sort of like hate clout chasing. It's a very small ceiling. You know what I'm saying? You're only going to get so far in this business. Nobody really wants to associate with those people. Even if I like you, like somebody like Gino, who I love, Gino is hard to bring on a show like Story Wars, which is like a kind of becoming a mainstream big show because Gino makes it his life to go and fucking be involved with this real toxic sort of world. And I'm a friend of Gino, has helped me out a lot in the business. I'll bring him on Skanks or Story or Real Ass Podcast. But it's just, I have to kind of pick and choose what I'm doing. And I have shows that are actual real shows that get hundreds of thousands of views. And, it's those shows aren't for this type of shit. I'll call into Blind Mike's show to talk shit about this stuff.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah. Well, I think it becomes a thing with a lot of these guys. Like Kevin and Gino are two good examples where it seems like it's become their entire life. Like, I think a lot of people... Like Big J focuses on this stuff. He's kind of engaged, or talked about Dabbleverse type shows, but like he'll go on his own show and talk about any other subject. Whereas like Gino and Kevin would try to insert it. Like I feel like if Gino was on Legion of Skanks, the name fucking Tookie could easily come up. Where it's like, what? You were not even talking about that. How did you?
Just so you know, this week's Legion of Skanks, the name Tookie will come up. I don't know how yet. I promise you, I will. I'm gonna slip the word Tookie in 3 times on Legion of Skanks this week. I'm gonna figure out. This is my challenge. Don't do it on that
bullshit Friday show.
No. The real show. Slip Tookie. Good. I'm writing this down as a note 3 times. I'm gonna creatively slip Tookie in.
Oh, that's great.
Lewis, can I ask you a question real quick? On the other side of things, what is the fear level like of messing with the former head of the FBI? On one side, we have Stevie Lou. But I see you fighting with Dan Bonagino guy too. What's going on there?
Dude, anytime. This is kind of a funny thing too. Like I didn't even know who he was when I tweeted that, right?
That's amazing.
It's a bit that I do I regularly do. When somebody starts talking shit to Dave Smith, I threaten them with violence every time. It's just a funny thing that I do. I had no idea who this guy was, so now I'm just doubling and tripling down on it. Once again, I'm doing what you do on Twitter, which is be a fucking dumbass internet troll. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, I don't have a horse in the race there. Like apparently this guy's a piece of shit and he's defending fucking people that are on the Epstein list and hiding shit and whatever. But to be honest with you, that's as far as my knowledge goes, and that comes from people responding to this to me. So that could be wrong. I have no idea, and I don't really give a shit. Dave's my boy. If you fuck with Dave, if I was in a fucking bar and somebody started fucking with Dave, I'd be the Puerto Rican kid you see sneaking behind the guy on the camera and fucking clipping him from behind. Dude, I'm a Puerto Rican. We get our boys' backs. That's just what we do. So, when it comes down to Twitter, it's just kind of a cesspool, and we all swim in it. It's a fun thing to do. I'm not, very often you'll see I'll just tweet for like an hour or 2 straight. I'm on a flight or I'm sitting down there with the puppy sleeping in my lap. I just move on with my day. After that whole thing yesterday, I went and had an amazing dinner. I went to a Greek restaurant with my son. We came back and watched Inglourious Bastards. It was such a nice night. I wasn't sitting there stewing on the Stevie Lou beef, which is it's not even a beef. By the way, this is how I am in life. With any.
Oh, Stevie Lou took him down.
Stevie Lou.
Damn it! Where'd he go?
He literally his internet cut out. Like it stopped for a second, then the whole. But we'll give it a second. But I think there's some super chats we can get to in the meantime. That was fun.
Good rattlesnake thoughts there.
Base bill $2. Lewis, are you a Catalano TV fan? I thought that would have been a relevant question.
Save that question if he comes back.
Yeah. I will. Guess who named Catalano TV, by the way, Tookie?
Blind Mike.
No, he's. Hold on, he's back. He's
Lewis, people have been asking, do you know Joey Catalano? Are you a big fan?
People have been asking.
I don't know who that is. Yeah. So anyway, the point I was making. Sorry, I got my connection here stinks. The point I was making was that like I'm literally a phone call away from not having beef with anyone in the world. Like I don't beef with people. I don't keep people. There's nobody in my life that I have drama with or any sort of like toxicity or craziness, whether it's family members, whether it's friends, people that I work with. I just don't have time for it anymore. I'm at a place in my life where I can kind of pick and choose who I associate with. You know what I'm saying? So even with somebody like Stevie, who apparently hates me and now I think is going to fight me. I think he's going to show up and fight me somewhere.
I literally don't know where that started. Is Stevie Lou a comic? How did this start?
I think Stevie does comedy. Once again, I knew Stevie Lou from back in the day, hanging out at Compound Media. He'd be in the background. You'd see him in the background of Skanks all the time. Nice enough guy, like always a fairly friendly guy. And then, you know, people get tempted by this sort of world. They get a little bit of attention, right? A little bit of attention. I give this advice to some of my young comic friends. There's been guys that like, they go on Twitter and they start like, you know, trolling bigger comics. And I'm like, dude, I was like, it's fine. You can do whatever you want to do. You say what you want to say, but it's like, this is a business. And if you want to navigate your way through the business, even, you know, if your day job is working in a fucking bakery and you're in there and you're fucking trashing the guys with seniority in that bakery, you're probably not going to get very far as a baker under that umbrella anyway. It's nothing to do with comedy, nothing to do with anything else. It's just sort of like basic sort of, you know, just navigating life 101, you know? Yeah. So I think a lot of these guys, you know, somebody like Stevie or, you know, there's other guys. Once again, I don't really know Stevie that well. I believe he started doing stand-up, but it's like, dude, just put in the time and be funny. Just be friends with everyone. You know people. Like, why? I don't even understand what's the point of going and doing that where it's like, oh, well, now, dude, now you have people that, I'm not going to fight Stevie Lou. If Stevie Lou shows up at Legion of Skanks, more than likely, before he got to me, 35 skanks would fucking beat the shit out of him. But I wouldn't want that to happen. I would say, security, please don't let the guy in here. This is crazy. I'm not fist fighting strangers in public. I have things to lose.
Bring nunchucks. Bring nunchucks just in case. He has no natural defense against nunchucks.
He fears them.
I heard that. I heard something like that. But
it always comes to physical violence with a lot of these guys for some reason, where it's like, oh, you made fun of me. Let's fight now. It's like,
I don't understand it at all. And by the way, you know, there was a path for Stevie just to like be like, hey, dude, I'll fight at Skankfest. I'll fight Harrington. I'll fight Lou. Dude, I'm fighting another dude who snuck into Skankfest next year at Skankfest. It was a young comic who snuck in and tried to get an artist pass, and I called him out on it. We made it a whole bit on the show. It's, you know, a lot of this is show and a lot of it's smoke and mirrors and a lot of it's fun and pro wrestling. But I gotta I'm not gonna associate with you if I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? I'm also, to be honest with you, even with like boxing and doing like, and I'm not gonna fight somebody that I actually have animosity with. That's not really what I'm doing. I'm not a fucking tough guy. I'm not like, I box every day just to try to stay in shape and just try to like, you know, just fucking give myself a little bit of exercise and defend myself a little bit better if I need to. But I know exactly what I am. I'm a fucking pussy. I'm a 43-year-old guy with tits. I'm not tough. I fight with tough people all the time and they beat the shit out of me. So this weird thing of like showing up and hitting people, Pat Dixon punches Gino in the face and this guy's showing up at that guy. And it's getting a little too fucking crazy, guys. Like, let's get real. Like, we're all adults here. We don't have to punch each other in the face. And this is coming from me, who I have anger issues, and I have been into fights. Not really in my adult life. I haven't been into too many fights, but I get the thing. But I look back when I was a hothead and threatening to fist fight people for wronging me. I'm like, oh, that kid was an idiot. And if you're 40 years old and you're doing that, you're a fucking idiot.
Do you think the mentality you're talking about is a little of a? We have clips of you guys on Real Ass Podcast. You had a great discussion about Mark Maron. Do you think this, all the trolling stuff we're talking about, that's kind of what Mark Maron's doing on a weird level? And from a guy with that much respect in the business, it's strange to watch him go on every podcast week after week and talk about Joe Rogan and basically beg to get a reaction out of him.
Well, that was the point that I made on the show. And there's all these clip channels and all these like, there's one guy who loves me, Fried Plantain. Shout out Fried Plantain. He's done like 5 videos on me in the past week.
He's got like an accent or something.
I think he might be a black British guy, and then he uses an AI voice once it goes into the video. His videos are actually pretty good. I watched one of them. I was like, oh, this is really well put together and actually pretty well thought out. But the problem is people like pick and choose the things that they want to do and the narrative that they want to create. Like, I'm not actually in the Rogan sphere. The Rogan sphere is a tongue-in-cheek thing that me and Jay talk about because we're not.
Anyone who doesn't get that is the amount of times you guys brag about being in the Rogan sphere. If they think you're serious, it's crazy.
Doggy, I am so minimally in the, like, if you consider the Rogan sphere, like, I'm on planet Pluto, way out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in that orbit like that. Joe has helped me out. Tony's helped me out. But people will put out videos that have like Rogan sphere comedian defends Joe Rogan to the death. I'm like,
He's got it again, Tim.
No.
Oh, I had a question I wanted to ask him too. God damn it.
Me too.
too. Yeah, we don't have a question.
I had a question for my two comedian friends in Florida, Chad and John.
Please ask that question.
If he comes back.
I had a question. Pats or Chargers? Who you got, Lewis?
All right.
Oats.
Don't ruin this for me.
I know. I'm biting tongues and biting lips.
Me too. I'm trying not to interrupt. Is Tookie doing good?
Tookie's
Oh,
doing
you
it.
boys.
Yay!
All right. He's back. Hold
Back
on.
again.
I don't know if it's my connection or your connection. I have a brand new hardwired connection. I don't know why it keeps on cutting out. But yeah, I mean, dude, it's not even about defending. First of all, I'm loyal as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Mark Maron's done nothing at all to help me ever, right? So if I have to pick a side, I'm going to pick a side of the guy who's actually fucking helped me, right? But I don't give a fuck about Joe's politics. I don't care about Mark Maron's politics. I'm just simply saying, like, Joe's done a lot for comedy. He puts a lot of comedians on and has opened the door to make comedy a much more mainstream thing. Today, comedy is, I mean, dude, I started 22 years ago. It was not what it is today. Like the comics that were famous and at the cellar, quote unquote famous, they were all fucking broke. Everyone was, had roommates. Those were all the biggest and funniest comics. And it's turned into a massive sort of industry that's really, really changed. And I think a big part of it is because Joe, has really created this sort of infrastructure. And it's not about Austin or New York or anything else. It's like the internet came about and Joe was a real force in kind of creating this world. But look, if people want to fucking take shots at Joe Rogan, he doesn't need my defense. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't make any of this stuff my identity, right? Yeah. So it'll come up. Things will come up here and there. I don't make politics my identity. I don't make social issues my identity. Sometimes I teeter into those things on the shows, but for the most part, I'm just trying to say dumb shit on microphones. I don't want to have the responsibility of fucking, like, I'm not a political guy. You shouldn't be listening to me for your political opinions. If you agree with me on everything, you're a fucking idiot. That's crazy. If you agree with anyone in the world on every single issue, you're not really critically thinking. You're probably picking a side and you're probably just going from that side and defending everything blindly. There's probably nuance and it's nothing is black and white. There's gray area in every single issue. And yeah, so I think people politicize it. People will be like, oh, he's a fucking right winger or a Trumper. It's like, yeah, I think it sucks that Rogan pushed Trump onto people. I think it sucks that Mark Maron pushed Obama onto people. I think politicians are criminals and they're evil and they should be fucking stopped. That's the way that I feel about all this shit. So it's, people pick the narrative and then they sort of go like, well, I'm going to just defend that narrative. They don't even take a moment to just consider that, oh, maybe I'm not exactly right. And people, how often do people say they're wrong? How often are people going on social media being like, hey, you know what? I had that wrong. I should have said something.
Yeah.
Never.
It's the big thing, and like Shane is always the example I use, that now like Shane is back on SNL, which them essentially admitting they're wrong, and like all these people that were critical of him now are friends with him or praise him or whatever, but there's no one that ever says, hey, you know what? 6 years ago, we gave Shane a lot of shit. We called him racist, and we tried to like ban him from the industry. We were wrong about that. There's never a moment of like, hey, we were legitimately way off on this guy.
No, and that's with and it's not just with them, but it's literally with everybody. I mean, I always use the example of the you remember the lacrosse team, the Duke lacrosse team. Yeah, people still use Duke lacrosse as an example of date rapists.
Yes, yeah.
No, those guys were completely exonerated. Yeah. Those guys were like, that bitch went to jail, I believe, for murdering her boyfriend or murdering a guy afterwards. She was a lunatic who literally just took advantage of these kids. Their lives were basically ruined. That was never a front page story. That was like buried. Like that was like buried deep into the newspaper, these kids who were exonerated. So people just sort of say it's, Duke lacrosse is the Coca-Cola of rape at this point. So, and that will stay with them forever. I mean, if you just mentioned Duke lacrosse, I guarantee if you went out into the street and just asked 100 random people, the vast majority of them would be like, oh, those guys who raped that girl.
The number one Family Feud answer for Duke lacrosse is rape. Yeah. Do you think it's good, bad, or indifferent for comedy? Because this has been a big discussion on a lot of these shows where, like, Tony Hinchcliffe is at the Trump rally, and all these podcasts have Trump on, and like you see Dave Smith like heavily involved in politics. Do you think that's a bad thing for comedy, the way people have framed it, or ultimately doesn't really matter?
Dave is different than Tony. Dave really gives a fuck. Dave is obsessed with this shit, right? And it's his entire identity and his entire life, right? I think a lot of those Austin guys jumped on the Trump train, and they did it the second time. They didn't do it the first time because it was career suicide the first time. You saw a lot of these guys the second time out where it was like people kind of like peeked their head out and they were like, oh, this is cool, and we could fuck. It was a much different thing because I remember in 2016 there was one comic who was wearing like a Trump hat, and everyone was like, yo, what, are you fucking nuts? You're never going to be able to work anywhere. Yeah. And I remember even back then, like, people wouldn't put like Trump signs on their lawn, not in the Northeast, not where I'm at in Jersey or when I was in New York. And there was a shift, there was a change. It became like popular and kind of like fun to like, I don't know how much any of these people really believe in it. Tony was paid to go and fucking tell roast jokes at a Trump rally. You know, I don't have any problem with that. I don't know how much any of these people really give a shit. You know, I consider these people my friends, but once again, I don't give a shit about politics, so I don't really give a shit about their political opinions. It's not like that affects me. It's not like they're going, well, Lewis, if you're not by the way, I could have easily, people are like, oh, dude, Lewis is fucking trying to get clout. I could have just been like, Trump, yay, and I would have gotten a ton of clout with that entire world.
Yeah,
right?
you'd be Fox News all the time, yeah.
I refuse. I absolutely. They asked me to go on Gutfeld. They asked me to go on all these shows. I'm like, nah, it's just not my thing. Back in the day, I would go on whatever that show that Tom Shalhoub used to host was.
Red Eye.
I would go on Red Eye all the time because I was a young comic and just trying to get on television and having, you know, moments on TV. But I was always the idiot who didn't. I would hit on the fucking Fox News like hot chicks and like make jokes about that and try to get them to make out with me. That was my entire thing. I never even read the things that they sent me. And I told them, I was like, guys, I'm not going to be able to talk about this stuff. So if you want me on, let me just do what I do. So yeah, I don't know. I don't judge people for their political affiliations or their religious or their race or any of that shit. I just fucking, dude, if you're just trying to be cool, let's just fucking be cool. Let's work together. If we can create some cool shit, let's create some cool shit. That's really all I give a fuck about.
Do you care at all about the Riyadh stuff? Because we've been very critical, particularly of like Burr, who you kind of thought represented something and had like these strong beliefs in billionaires and corruption and all this stuff. His response is more what we've been like. I don't really give a fuck that they went to Riyadh, but their response where Bill came back and talked about how great it was that there was a Chili's and Whitney called all her critics racist. Like the response has been really crazy. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, look, hypocrisy, that's kind of the big thing, right? If you that's where you get caught up. Everyone's just trying to like catch somebody on the internet, like, oh, you fucking hypocrite, and they give you a little stab in the side. And you know, I think that's kind of what everyone's problem was. Doggy, I would have fucking went to Riyadh for $30,000. $30,000, I would have been like, and that would have been a nice little payday. That would have been a nice big weekend for me.
But you would come back and you would say that. There would never be this thing of like, oh, we went over there to spread peace, and it was actually not what people think. Like, it wouldn't be this phony response that I think we're getting from a lot of these people.
Yeah, look, it is kind of like phony. I understand why a lot of people did it. I understand why Tim Dillon was going to take the money. I understand why Mark Norman took the money. It's a lot of cash, and the reality is, once again, if you don't give a shit about like sort of like those issues, then go take the cash. You know, there's certain things. There is something to be said about like if they're trying to, you know, my understanding was it was just a normal festival. They weren't like fucking performing for sheiks with fucking knives against their wives' clits. Like it was just normal comedy fans trying to laugh and have a good time. So, you know, take the gig, take the money. I don't know. I don't really have an issue with that. Any of these bigger comics that were being hypocritical, you know, I don't know, dude. They're fucking. We're all human. We've all been hypocrites. We've all been tempted by whatever. So
yeah, I think like with Burr in particular, if he came back and was like, I got fucking kids, I took the money, what's the big deal? I think people would not be as critical as they are of him, like the way he responded to it.
Yeah, probably, you know.
Tookie would have slaughtered a journalist to be there.
And a boy.
Lewis, we have a question here quick.
About that, and that's what I respect about him.
Mm-hmm. I'm honest.
Getty Van Halen for $5, Lewis asks, how was it going on Matan's podcast? You seem like a good sport.
Oh, yeah.
Matan rules, dude. That kid's fucking wild.
Did he like get in a fight with Rich Voss at Skankfest or something?
Yeah. So Matan doesn't turn it off ever, right? So, I mean, apparently he did. Apparently once Rich got actually mad, they were like, oh, shit, we're going to fucking, this Jew is going to fucking try to kick us in the ribs. You remember Rich Voss broke a comic's ribs years ago at Caroline's.
Jason Cantor.
You know that story. Yeah, Jason Cantor.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he was talking. He was just hammered, being like, yo, dude, your daughters are hot. Rich is like, say it again. He was like, your daughters are fucking hot. And then he kicked him in the rib and broke his rib.
Yeah, Voz is not a guy you fuck around. You can only call him dumb on a podcast so often, but
Luke.
But that's the thing. People don't realize like real life is like, it's a different thing. You were saying, was it you guys saying it or somebody else was saying it before, just about, just kind of like, oh no, I was listening to, sorry, Jim Norton and Godfrey on this. You were playing the clip. Yeah. And they were talking about how back in the day, like you'd have to like, if people want to say something, they'd have to say it to your face. And that's how they dealt with it when they came up. There's some truth to that, but not really, because on the internet, everyone's got fucking keyboard balls, right? And it's very easy to just be like, yeah, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. You're a fucking faggot. I'll kick your ass. It's very easy to say that, right? And when you're clicking behind away on a keyboard, when you have Godfrey, who's fucking built like a statue, he's fucking 6'2", jacked. He does martial arts. Most people, even if you don't like him, aren't going to be like, hey, dude, fuck you and your family.
Of course,
it's crazy. And Godfrey was known for actually going maybe not, going crazy on people at comedy clubs that would talk shit. Flip it.
Go Tookie.
And Tookie, run with it. But yeah, I mean, like, that the reality is like, you see it at Skankfest. You've been to Skankfest, Blind Mike, right? Yeah. A lot of those people, many of those people, they troll me on the internet. I find out all the time. Like they're like, "Oh, dude, I'm this person." You're like, "Oh, dude, you fucking say shitty things to me all the time." But they're playing a game on the internet, and that's kind of especially Twitter. That's the game, which is to kind of fuck around and you let it get away from you. And somebody says something that you don't like, and you're like, "Yo, fuck you." And you're not realizing always that there's another person at the end of it, But I have to remind myself of that. And then I go to Skankfest, and I feel like I'm one of the Beatles. I'm fucking. I was on Jim Norton's show the other day. He was like, "Yeah, I wish you were Lennon."
It's pretty quickest there is. But yeah, Joe List, I think every year at Skankfest, at least once points out, he's like, it's amazing the love we get here, and then you realize at least like 30 of these people have called me a faggot on Reddit.
Oh yeah. So it's a different world. You can't really take it so seriously. You have to be like, guys, there's reality, and then there's the internet.
Thoughts on Kevin Brennan?
I don't really have many thoughts on Kevin Brennan. I always thought Kevin Brennan was a brilliant comic. He was somebody that we had on the show a handful of times. He's just, once again, dude, he's found the most success he could find in sort of like hating other people, and more power to him. Like I take it with a grain of salt, because I go like, I don't know what is even real that he's saying. Like, I don't know. He doesn't really come at me that much. He makes comments here and there, and I'm sure there'll be another video coming out this week, or he'll talk shit about me. But I don't really, when you're going after everybody, it's kind of how I felt about Red Bar. That's what I tell my friends because I've been friendly with Red Bar. He's been on Real Ass Podcast. I've been on his show, and some of my friends are like, dude, why do you fucking associate with that guy? I was like, guys, because it's not that serious. I was like, if he's hating on everybody, don't you kind of go like, all right, well, that's just kind of part of that thing, So Kevin Brennan, that's always been my feeling of him. I think he's a very funny comic. I think, I think that once again, the ceiling is kind of low if that's your identity. Kevin could be, with a few moves, could be a massive touring comedian, because he is a great comedian. You know what I'm saying? And putting that energy into just creating really funny shit, and not because you're going toward you're servicing a really small amount of people that just want to hear this type of stuff. It's nowhere near as big as the people that want to hear just funny shit and fucked up jokes. And the hate, whatever it is, it feels like it's a lot because those are the people that jump on the internet. But if you look at we have Story Wars episodes that have over 1 million views, right? We have Legion Skanks episodes. The average Legion Skanks episode gets 250,000 hits an episode. There are hundreds of thousands of people that are watching our stuff every single week. The vast majority of those people aren't coming to the internet to be like, hey, I love you. It's really, you get a lot more people being like, yo, fuck you, that sucked, I hated this. So instead of taking that and going like, I look at that, then that negative space is just a representation of how big the actual show has become. I'm an old sales guy. They say every no gets you closer to a yes, right? You can't get the yeses without sifting through the no's. The reality is there's way less no's than there are yeses in sort of the comedy and podcasting game if you sort of do it the right way. So yeah, my opinion on Kevin is that, more power to him. I wish him all the luck in the world, all the success in the world. Apparently he does well with super chats. I don't wait for people to tip me money. No offense, Blind Mike. I create.
We try to limit it here.
And that's great as well. Like, I'm sure you make a decent amount of cash doing that. You know what I'm saying? But the bigger picture is get a show that has 1 million hits. You're going to make a hell of a lot more in advertising. You're going to get a hell of a lot more in touring and people coming and seeing you on the road. There's a lot of money in that world. And if you're looking at it, like, I'm not all about. I shouldn't say that. I am all about money. I want to make a lot of fucking money, dude. I got a kid. I'm trying to fucking buy property and do things. So yeah, dude. I think if you can create great shit and monetize it and turn it into something that's really valuable and can fucking create wealth for your family, then that's what you should be doing.
Will you tell us 24 hours early where Skankfest is next year, so I can plan?
Thinking, Mike. He's thinking.
Who's gonna hear it, Lewis? It's like 5,000.
I'm gonna give you the exclusive, not the dates. We're back in New Orleans next year.
Woo! All right.
Yay! That's big breaking news.
That's huge. Literally nobody in the world's heard this. This is crazy. My partner's gonna be furious.
Nice.
Book your hotels for New Orleans, and if he's lying, then he owes you the money.
Well, the reason I can't give the dates is because to be honest with you, actually, we have the hotel deals in place. So the reason we have a specific date is because we have to put all the comics in the same hotels. It's a logistical nightmare to have them to go to different places, just for organization purposes. So we do hotel blocks. We rent it. We get a few hotels and we book the entire properties. So if we name the dates and the location before we have the hotel deals in place, then it's a fucking nightmare because everyone books the hotels. So the dates will come out tomorrow because I'm pretty positive the hotel deals are in place, but I don't want to say the dates just yet. But it's going to be really cool this year. And Blind Mike, be my guest this year. You don't have to pay for tickets. You pay every year. You've been coming year after year. I know you are, but just take the fucking gift, my friend. I'll get you a couple tickets and a couple passes for you and Tookie if you want to come too and do some behind the scenes stuff. Tookie, nobody's gonna kill the puppet at Skankfest. It'll be fucking great, dude. You can come and film some stuff, and it'll be
fantastic.
You'll see exactly what a fucking fun time it is. Anybody who hates on Skank, it's crazy.
That was the best venue you've done it at, as far as like people being spread. It was a cool hang outside all day. The weather was beautiful, and like the seating and everything that you guys figured out this year was way better than any other venue, I think.
Yeah, well, that was the big thing is we had a much larger space, much more room to breathe. So a lot more seating, which is a big part of it. We're doing a couple cool things this year for the pre-sale people. So we're not, usually we give a big discount, not a big discount, but it's like $50 less for pre-sale tickets. And you get an extra, evening, the kickoff party on Thursday night. This year, the tickets are going to be the same price, both the kickoff, or I'm sorry, the pre-sale and the regular ticket. But the pre-sale people are not only getting the kickoff party, which is going to be bigger and better than ever, but that upstairs balcony that was just for comics, that's going to be for VIPs, a special lounge, food and drinks up there that are just for the VIP people that pre-sale. They're getting a VIP t-shirt and like a pendant and some cool shit. There's some extra like little perks and things. So it'll be fucking, it's going to be really cool, dude. This is going to be the biggest investment we've ever won. It's the 10th one. So
I'm excited for it, and pretty cool to hear Amy Schumer's producing the documentary.
I think she's putting money in, which is crazy. So
I didn't actually know that for sure. I just got you to admit it, which is fun. But I think
breaking news.
Joe kind of gave it away, but they bleeped out the name on the regs, and I figured.
Why do you think we haven't been trashing that disgusting bikini photo that came out?
Oh my god!
No, she's a lovely angel, and good for her for donating the money.
No, she lost some weight. She looks good. I'm kidding, Amy. I'm kidding. Just take the hit, Amy.
Lewis, when will Chad Zumach be back on Legion of Skanks or Real Ass Podcast?
I don't think Chad's ever been. Has he ever been on any of those shows?
No.
I like Chad. I've always liked Chad, dude. He's fucking comes out to the shows in Florida. I've worked with him before. Nice enough, dude. You know what I'm saying? But once again, dude, it becomes like, the headache is not worth it. The advice. Same thing with Chad. I'm like, dude, Chad, how are you making this your identity? You're a fucking funny comic. You've been doing this for a long time. Like, the people, they're short-sighted, dude, and they get a little bit of attention from this, and then they go, oh shit, I gotta fucking, this is the path. And you're like, dude, no. The path is just going out and being hilarious, touring, getting fans, just putting one foot in front of the other. And this is a quick way to get a few thousand people to like your shit, but that's really going to be it. You're not going to grow much out of it if it's your entire identity. I'm not even saying that you can't grow. Like, if sometimes you're chiming in on this stuff and you're like, I know Big J watches, and once in a while he'll talk about it, and Big J's got an incredible career. If that was Big J's identity, he wouldn't be doing anything.
He look crazy.
He would look like a lunatic.
This guy, yeah.
Especially if you're a vet for like 20 years, and then you're like, well, now this is my identity. I'm like, you're essentially admitting that it didn't work out. You know, the A plan, no offense to Chad or to Kevin or to Gino or to any, and some of these people are I consider Gino a friend. Gino helped me out a lot in my career very early on. But like, it's like you're kind of admitting that the A plan was never to be talking shit about Stuttering John on a live stream. That was when you started comedy. The first time you went to an open mic, you're like, dude, I hope one day I could fucking just have 800 people watching me shit on fucking Stuttering John on a stream. That's insane. That's not the plan. The plan was to get fucking famous and tour and fucking they wanted to do what Tony Hinchcliffe or what Joe Rogan did. That was the A plan. They could talk all the shit they want, but it didn't materialize. And now they're choosing whatever this is. And to anybody, literally those three guys are actually funny, right? Chad, Gino, and Kevin. All three of those guys.
Tookie's puzzled.
What a great reaction. But it's like, yeah, dude, those guys are all funny and they could go and just tour and make their identity just being hilarious comics. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen them in a while, but.
Well, Kevin was like a legitimate comic, which that's the crazy part about Kevin's thing. But like, I always say this about the comedians that react to this stuff, where it's like they get obsessed with, like you said, where they get obsessed with, oh, Red Bar is watching, and like they'll have meltdowns over it. And my thing is always like, if stand-up is a legitimate art form, which I think it is, and now it's honestly probably bigger than like some aspects of like television or music or anything else. Like it is legitimate now. Look at the amount of arena acts there are and shit like that. What comes with that is people criticizing you and shitting on you and wanting to take you down and stuff. And a lot of people, I'm amazed at the reaction, but you seem to have a good grip on it, which I've always respected and appreciated about you.
No, I appreciate it. I think you get me, Blind Mike. You're one of the only people in this world who I see you, the way you talk about me. I'm like, oh, he gets it. He completely gets it, you know? And yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, it is fun. Like, dude, I've been tempted. Stuttering John, he was trolled into believing that I was talking shit to him in a chat, and he blocked me. And now I've never interacted with the guy ever.
On Legion of Skanks.
It's insane, dude. I've never interacted with the guy, but it's like, what a fool. Like he literally was trolled and being like, and you know, so yeah, it's I don't know. It is funny. I get it. You know, I'm here now talking shit with you guys, you know, but it's because I legitimately like you. They asked me to come on all these shows all the time. Like I don't really know any of those other guys, and you know, I'm not really interested. I tune. I see when your thing goes live, I fucking chime in because I know you're talking shit about a lot of my friends, and it's fun and more of a fair way. I feel like it's not just for the sake of fucking hating, and it's not just for the sake of like. I mean, obviously it's like clickbaity and you put certain titles in there, but I don't know. I just feel like you do a good job at keeping it somewhat fair and even keeled.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of comedy, and I part of that is like I like making fun of some of it, you know.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Louis J. Gomez, thanks so much for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. 3 times I'll say Tookie on Legion of Skanks this week, Tuesday's show. And yeah, you guys are fucking cool, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, buddy.
Lewis, who you got today? San Diego or New England?
God damn it.
So it's,
for the bettors at home, we need to know. Is it
football?
Yeah. Oh no. This is not starting well. Yes, it's football.
Who do I have more friends? I have friends from. Is it the Patriots?
That's right.
The 49ers. So who do I like more, Bobby Kelly or
No. We'll just go with it, Mike.
The San Francisco 49ers.
It's first of all, it's not San Diego anymore. It's Los Angeles, but it's the Chargers.
Oh, the San Diego. Okay, San Diego. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to be for Bobby Kelly. Yeah. I have a lot of friends from Boston. I don't know anybody from fucking San Diego.
Thank you, Louis. I'm glad we got that important question in.
The great Louis J. Gomez, a Pats fan. Who would have known? That was fun.
Go buy some Body Brain Coffee. I forgot to tell him I'm a Body Brain Coffee fan. Go buy Body Brain Coffee. Go buy your Skankfest tickets tomorrow. I do encourage it genuinely. It is a very cool event that they put on, and I've been every year except for the first. So this will be my 9th that I've been to, I guess. So look out for your Skankfest tickets announcement tomorrow.
I didn't get to all the super chats wise here because I just wanted to get to the one that was sort of pertinent. You know,
sure.
We got the Catalano TV one. That's all that matters.
What the fuck do we talk about the rest of the show? I guess we can skip the Lewis segment now.
Yeah, skip the Lewis. Let's do Stut Joe. How's your arm, Tookie? How's your arm?
Oh, I'm fantastic. I'll probably leave after Stuttering John, but that was fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So yes, let's get through these real quick, and we'll get over. My farts have color. $2. This guy saying he loves Gino equals a massive loser. Listen, when you have friends, it's a good friend to be a friend of a loser.
Well, the thing with that is, and I get Lewis's point on this. Lewis knows Gino. We don't fucking know him. Like, Gino was good to Lewis in his career. Does Gino seem like a fucking psychopath on the internet? Yeah, he seems like he's losing his mind. Like, he's devolving into this madness, and now you see him fighting with his wife. I've never seen him on a podcast, or heard him on a podcast, where he doesn't mention fucking Fauci and COVID. And it's like, it's 2026 now, man. Get over it.
Yes.
So I think he's an insane person, but like Lewis actually knows him and has a relationship with him. So who am I to be like, oh, you like that guy? Like, it's none of my fucking business.
Right.
And there's a saying, if you want to meet a nice person, find an asshole and meet his friends. And I think there's something there. XMMM212, $2. Welcome to the Dabbleverse, Lewis. Now you just can't leave. He's kind of stuck here now. I did read the question to Lewis about Matan, so thank you so much, Getty Van Halen. Another two from Getty Van Halen, $2. Hey, Lewis, you versus Brian Callen in a scrap. I was going to bring that up, but then I thought he would just murder Brian Callen. It's not even worth asking.
He likes Brian, too. He likes those guys. Like, that's the thing is I've heard Lewis's take on a lot of this stuff, and, like, he'll make fun of Shaw, but, like, he ultimately likes Shaw. That's the thing is, like, and I try not to do this, which I appreciate Lewis kind of hearing that a little bit, where it's like, it does seem crazy to take it to the level of like, I hate Brendan Schaub, or I hate whoever the fuck, Kevin Brennan or whatever. Now, some of this stuff gets so personal. Like, do I get why Shuli and Carl probably hate John? Yeah, obviously. You know, that's different like than people online being like, I hate this person. It's like, well, then you should take a break from watching it if it's making you actually angry.
I'm viral, I'm horny, and I'm cool. And at $1.99, Mike, are you blaming being blind for your hat choice? I like that.
Oh, no, it's Scally. What are you talking about?
It's cool.
Yeah, I'm horny and cool.
He's horny and cool.
We have a celebrity here. Sit down, Zumach, $5. Hey, Lewis, big fan. I was not going to ask him this, Chad. Come on. Do you think Patton Oswalt unalived his former wife? I'll take your response after this is read.
I don't know why he asked him. That's a funny question from Chad. Strange, but
thanks for the $5, Chad. I hope that doesn't put you out. I know it's a tiny apartment.
Chad did try to call me, but it's not my show, so I didn't want to just throw it on.
Oh, we would have had Chad on. I'm sorry.
No, I think we did. I think we're fine. Backdoor Benji, $4.99. The Rattlesnake and Tookie. What a pleasant surprise. Tookie World Order.
I'm going to be listening now to hear if Tookie is mentioned 3 times on Legion of Skanks.
Yes, Tookie is too.
And our final one here before we get to John.
What station are they on?
6:40 a.m.
Okay. I get that in my car.
Lewis's Storage Pours, the best show and why? Now he's asking questions.
Are you guys covering Joey
Yes.
C?
Well, Joey C has gotten into many different professions over the years. And my favorite is he has started bidding on storage lockers. And he actually won one about half a year ago.
Nice.
And he went to it. He did a live stream. They went through all the shit. Joey was even guessing how much he could get for everything. So I cut it up like a Storage Wars episode that we call Storage Pours.
Sure.
So I've sent Joey some more money, and I believe tomorrow he's going to find some auctions that are ending tomorrow, and he's going to bid, and hopefully we'll have a new episode of Storage Pours very soon.
Oh, excellent. Go check that out. But the Bedabbler Network. Go subscribe.
Yes, Bedabbler Network.
Don't buy them private lockers. You got to get the one when they do the whole bidding thing. They try to sneak you with those private lockers. I've been watching.
I don't know what Joey does.
All right.
He's an idiot.
One more here. Oh, we love Joey C. Don Fried Chicken, $9.99. Lewis, I love you, and I'm going to sound really petty here, but you missed a show I bought tickets for in Connecticut and tweeted out that you were homesick. Not real ass at all. You're the best.
Oh, no.
Well,
I'm sorry we didn't get to hold his feet to the fire on that. I legitimately thought Don Fried Chicken was going to ask Lewis about Craig being a pedophile or something. So
that's the first time I've seen that not come up. So that is amazing. All right, you ready to get to ready to get to Stut Joe?
Yes, let's get to Stuttering John. You remember my big intro from earlier? Well, just apply that now. And but genuinely, John has been on a real heater, and rumors have been swirling. So I want to address. Can we start with the rumors involving Anthony Cumia.
We can. Some
okay,
accusations.
Yeah, there are accusations here, and John addresses them head on, which I appreciate. And I think, listen, we're going to learn a lot about John here, and I think he should be celebrated. Let's remember, I know people can be closed-minded in the Dabbleverse and in this world. I say we go into this with an open mind, and we accept John no matter what he is inside.
Well, the main reason is so Pocky is now saying that I have a house guest because I'm gay.
Now, why? Let's just stop right there, John. Why address this?
Why did he even tell us that he picked up a homeless drifter from the bar to sleep in his bed with him? We wouldn't know this if he didn't brag about it. He thought this was going to be his turning point. Like, we were going to see him as a human finally.
This is literally, what's crazy about it is it's so literally a description. Like, if you're coming from, like, we just talked to Lewis. If you're coming from Lewis's perspective, it's how he would describe this, where it's someone calling John gay, and he's like, no, I'm not gay.
Right.
First of all, for anyone that doesn't know, as Tookie mentioned, John brought in a drifter. John brought in a house guest. He found a downtrodden young man who said, I've been living in my car. And John said, not anymore, friend. You're living with me.
Right.
And he brought him to his home.
Yeah, he brought him to his home. He kept claiming he made the bed, not saying his bed, but saying the bed, like they had shared it together. Right. Again, this is all based on what John told us. Like, I would love to find out who this guy was and interview him and find out the real story. But I don't think this guy even exists. I think it was all a lie.
That very well might be. Although he's been talking to someone off screen. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, Chad does the same thing. Yeah. Oh, okay. Chad sometimes will mute his mic and then look over and talk to someone like he's talking to his girlfriend. You know, yeah. But okay. Who knows?
Could that be a projection?
But John says, I just want to say this, that someone goes, Anthony Cumia, I guess of all people, says, maybe John's living with a man. Maybe he's gay. Like the most purposely childish insult. And instead of going, yeah, I'm gay, and moving on with his life, John goes, I would like to... John has a press conference about it. I would like to address the rumors from one Anthony Cumia.
Right.
I have had sex with over 300 women. Not one man has slipped in.
Right. I'm the only man on the planet, or the only person on the planet who's been cured of genital warts. That's another thing that we know because of him. It's insane.
It's the first thing he told Ashley. Hi, nice to meet you. I have genital warts.
Right.
There's some sentences that I'm like, I don't need, I want to talk about it because I'm interested and I find it funny, but I could just play the clip and we can move on. And that sentence for me is, Anthony Cumia has been calling me gay. I'm not gay. The idea that someone said that is so mind-blowing to me. I get Lewis back on here. I need to ask him, how can you talk about anything but this?
See?
Could that be a projection? I think, though. Thank you, Crackhead Bob. You're welcome.
I'm not gay. You're gay.
Right.
You hear that, Pocky? You homo?
Well, John is a professional comedian, so he works very hard on working on these comebacks.
He knows
words. Say, John, just do a little studying, because Anthony has all these ass kissers out there, all these people that watch his content because they kiss his ass. They want to suck his dick. Mm-hmm. Watch how Anthony responds to this. Is Anthony going to go on and go, I'm not gay. No, you are. You're the guy who said you were gay first.
I mean, which way are you going to take it here? The narrative has always been that I'm the one that's so salacious, hitting on women all the time. I'm the one that's always involved with hitting on women.
Is salacious the right word?
Mm-mm.
It would be like sexually assaulting women, wouldn't it?
That would be salacious. It was so salacious.
Yeah, I think it's the wrong word.
Now, I decide to be a good Samaritan and help someone in need But you guys can't have it that way. Hypocrites. So now Pocky's narrative is that I'm gay. Now, not like there's anything wrong.
You'll see behind me a photo of me eating a woman's box. Now, what
That's salacious.
I normally don't show my kids, but I will for this purpose. I made these.
Salacious actually was the right word. Having or conveying undue or inappropriate interest in sexual matters.
It is right. He is right.
He is right. I'm sorry. John, you are salacious.
He's very smart.
That is a plus cell phone right there.
Remember, he's a substitute teacher.
I creep on women. How could I be? How could I be gay?
Gay. Now, not like there's anything wrong with it. If I was gay, I think the objective data would tell you that I am. But so far, there's none whatsoever. I mean, obviously, I've spawned.
I said, but all closeted men. Well, where's the objective data?
And obviously, I'm horny for women.
Obviously,
I.
Do you know the amount of women I'd bothered into having sex with me?
I don't even care if they're married.
Would some Mo do that?
Go on many dates and have shagged a lot of women. So, what would the objective data tell you? Is it A?
John, no one thinks you're gay. It's fine.
you're bisexual.
Yeah, the only thing that makes me think John might be gay is this response. Like, if you asked me before, hey, I don't know anything about the Dabbleverse. This John Melendez, is he a gay gentleman? I would go, oh, no, straight as a net. That's one thing I know about John. He loves the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
No one
does all the time.
Until this moment where he is reacting to being called gay so viscerally, so defensively, that I'm like, is he gay now? I don't know. This is the first time I've ever thought maybe he's gay.
This reminds me of the Rob Saul accusations and his defense of said accusation.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think he fucked dogs until he started talking about it.
100%. I'm 100% heterosexual. Is it B? I somehow took somebody in for some gay sex, or is it C? Pocky is an idiot who was projecting his gayness.
Why are these the options?
Because John sent his DNA into gay and me, and he came back 100% heterosexual. So this is all ridiculous. So all the options have to be ridiculous.
On to me.
He bought one of those Dwight Gaydars from The Office. Right. Scanned himself.
Oh, no, it's going off.
He pooped in a box and sent it somewhere. And they're like, yep, this man is 100% heterosexual.
Projections.
Come in here.
Projections.
Okay, well, this is what I worry about. I worry that John is admitting something. Well, I shouldn't say worry. Like, good for you, John. It's 2026, for God's sake, you know?
Yeah.
Isn't it rich for Pocky to call me gay? I mean, what's the objective data? I mean,
he's been big on that phrase this week, objective data.
His lawyer must be using it with him.
Yeah,
I don't know who would be best for it, but if someone can put together an objective data counter, I would really enjoy it. Because he said it at least 6,000 times this week. Sorry, Tookie, what were you saying?
No, it doesn't matter. I don't even remember.
I apologize.
No.
How's your arm? All right, hold on.
Oh, I'm good.
So, hold on, before you answer. First they say I'm hitting on Miss Judy, I'm a creep, I'm hitting on her, and then I'm hitting on all these girls. I'm hitting on Kate Meany, I'm hitting on all these girls, I'm hitting on Ashley
Cummings. All right, so we get it. So you're hitting on the girls. Who cares?
And now, Pocky, I'm taking a...
Vince perfectly said. There was actually a moment that Vince wasn't trolling. He's just like, who gives a shit, John? Let's move on. Who cares? And John just bulldozes that. Nah. I got to make a fool of myself here, Vince. Out of my way.
Do you think John knows, though, that this is what we want? Is his because the whole thing is about getting a reaction out of John, which is exactly what he's giving us. Just an absurd reaction to all this.
Are you asking if he's self-aware? Are you asking that?
I wonder that and I many times I find myself asking similar questions, but I guess I always come back to like, if you have an ego like John, would you make yourself the laughing stock the way he does? Is he capable of that?
I don't know.
Because I think it's Pavlovian. I think he got a response where money comes in if I act like this. And so he just acts like that to get the money come in, not knowing really what he's doing.
I think because the accusation is from someone he respects. Well, John doesn't admit this, but Anthony Cumia had success in radio on his own show, not just being the stunt boy for another show. Anthony Cumia hosted a show. By the way, side note, I don't know why Louis J. Gomez thinks I was in radio for a long time, but I did appreciate that. He's like, you've been in radio for a long time. I was like, yep.
Yes, just agree. You played it beautifully.
Anthony hosted his own show, made a lot of money doing so. John wanted to be his co-host at one time. So, like, John would never admit this, and I don't know if respect is the right word, but whatever it is, like, someone John looks up to in a lot of ways called him gay, and John can't have that. He has to refute that. If I called him gay, I don't think John would respond, but it's coming from Anthony.
Right, and honestly, obviously, if Anthony was calling any of us gay, we would all have to cover it and talk about it. We couldn't just ignore it. Like
Anthony, you better not.
Don't call Tookie gay. Don't call Tookie gay.
No kids over here, Anthony. Just letting you know. That's a sign. That's a sign.
Guess because I'm gay.
The only thing you have in your life that is close is when you and Jigs had that hookup with the girl.
Okay, that's when we were 20 years old. But anyway,
I'm just saying.
You can't be gay when you're 20.
Right. There's always a statute of limitations on things with John.
Yeah. No one's gay in their 20s.
Yeah, or I said that F slur a bunch of times, but that was so long ago. I mean, John doesn't even think to correct the way, because if you just listen to that, you think Vince is. If you don't know the story, you think Vince is saying, "Remember when you fucked a guy?" Yes. And John's response is, "I was 20 years old. I was a boy. I was just a boy. Right.
I was experimenting."
It's right. There's no other closer gay activity in your life that I'm aware of.
No. So my point is, Vince, what can I do? I mean, I guess I don't care because. I'm asking you: is it a projection?
This is where, to address your earlier question, I don't think he's that good an actor.
See,
he does clearly care.
He's figuring it out in real time. What do I even care? No, I do care. No, I don't. I'm okay. No, I really care.
Because if John was being purposely outlandish and blustery, and like if this was all an act, he would go, I am pissed because it's doing this to my reputation. He would go off the handle. He doesn't have the acting chops or the mental capacity to play it subtly and be like, I don't even really care that he calls me gay. I'm not.
You're right.
Not before, but
you're right. Artie Lang's famous line: "John is overacting in the movie poster."
Yes, exactly.
Projecting.
Probably.
Well, the point is they're making these accusations. Oh, I'm lonely.
You know what's a real shame? You mentioned the name Artie Lang. If Artie were like well right now, he'd probably be on a lot of these shows.
Oh fuck yeah! I think he'd be having fun with us.
We missed out on that. I think Artie would be a big part of the Dabbleverse if you were well.
Artie and Eric,
not fully well, but
Eric the actor, he would have been up
Agreed.
in these worlds so big.
I know.
I was thinking the same thing, Eric. We missed out on that. Technology wasn't fast enough.
He was doing this 10 years before any of us.
Yep.
Like all the same shit. Dealing with chat rooms, all the same stuff.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
JFC TV. It was exactly like this.
That's right.
Vince, I'm on the air all the time, right? And I have many friends. I was just with a few friends today. I'm a social butterfly. I think.
He called himself. Hold on, Mikey. This is maybe the funniest thing he's ever said about himself.
Oh wait, I'm a social butterfly. I think you know that by now. You saw me in action.
Butterfly.
Hugging.
John is a butterfly. He's always prancing around. John will sashay into a room. Hello, everyone.
A social moth, just buzzing around in your face and annoying you. He's the worst.
Boys, what are we spilling the tea about today? That is John. Now that I think about it.
Pinky, and as you say, in love with him, and you saw me with FKA Scammy and all. There's
I'm
no
in love with a man.
Well, this is him justifying that he's not lonely. Because he said at the beginning of this clip, they keep saying it's because I'm lonely. But then he keeps going into, I have so many friends. You guys wouldn't even.
Like Kevin, who I see once a year if I show up at his house.
Right. It's just,
I think the guy who sued me.
But yeah, I think the loneliness is the biggest thing in John's life.
Yeah,
honestly,
and that's the thing. If John talked about it honestly, I'm sure a lot of channels would goof on him. But like, I'd feel bad. I'd be like, shit. All right, sorry, John. I'd feel bad for him if he was honest about that. But it's the defensive thing that we all find so fun.
No, he gets like disabled people and puts them up in front of him as a shield, so you feel bad for him. Like, oh, here's Quad, or here's Jake Hudson, or look, don't you feel bad for me? He never will let you actually in to his real thinking.
I will say it's cool if you're down on your luck. If you want a Florida vacation, but you just can't afford it these days, just go to Stevie Tomatoes in Florida and tell your sob story to John Melendez, and you'll get a free week in Cape Coral.
Bring your own water. I've heard this problem down there.
And I had drinks with FKA Scam.
Would you rather hook up with F. Mammy or Pocky's wife?
FKA Scammy.
With both of those negatives on each, you would take F. Mammy?
FKA Scammy, yes. Because I don't want to have sex with somebody who's wishing Adolf Hitler happy birthday. Sorry. I know that Chitway will have her on the show and
typical queer.
praise her, but not me. I mean, no.
No,
it is tough. Luckily, I haven't had to be on dating apps in about 8 years. But I remember.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But it used to be so difficult. Where I'd go, have you ever wished Hitler a happy birthday? And the girl would be like, yes. And I'd be like, damn it! I thought we had something.
I used to put that in my fetishes category. That's what I'm looking for.
Do you ever wish Hitler? By the way, I guess we'll have to ask Anthony Cumia. But does Missy B do that in the bedroom?
Yes.
Happy birthday!
Whole outfit associated with it. It's a really thing. Real quick, do you want to go over John's perfect score on the LSATs?
Yeah, this is amazing. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, he's an idiot.
But no, idiot. Far from.
It's perfect.
Or a genius.
Blew the doors off the LSAT. You've got to hear this. This is really amazing. So I was lucky enough. I haven't seen many people clip this. So we had to go to Rumble for it, actually. It was liquid cryptid, right?
Yes.
Thank God he put the full episode up. I don't know if I should be saying that. I hope John doesn't go after him. But thanks to him, I was able to find this moment that I happened to be watching live. And I'm going to walk you through my process here. So I happen to be watching this, and John brings up his LSAT score. So let's hear that first.
Carl, it's nice to see two legal scholars.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust any of us. What did you get on the LSATs?
6 something. I don't know.
Oh, really? You scored a 6 something?
640.
You did?
I don't know. But,
John, yeah. I'm sorry. Vince is a master troll. Well, I'll explain why in a moment. But Vince really is a master at this because, based on the information we're going to tell you in a few moments, you think you would have a more extreme reaction than this. But Vince plays it very cool. Oh, you did? Interesting.
It was really easy. Vince, it wasn't hard.
That's the thing. Anyone can take it. It's not as if
Not
you have to have
hard.
specific knowledge. Yeah, the bar exam they test you on actual knowledge.
I didn't even
of
go
the
through
law.
a training. I did like 2 or 3 classes. I'm like, all right, this
Fuck,
is
you got a
easy.
640?
It's a breeze. So if you're like me, I'm listening at home, and I'm thinking, boy, Vince is a lawyer. He seems impressed with a 640. Let me hop on old Google. I'm a dope. I could never be a lawyer.
Agreed.
Let me hop on Google
Same.
and look up. This really wasn't great, but this might be my favorite moment since joining the Dabbleverse, since becoming part of it. This one moment that I couldn't capture ever. I'll just have it for my own memories. Where I Googled what is the highest possible score on the LSAT. 180.
Yep. 180.
Not even close. I swore I thought it was going to be like, oh, the highest score is a 650, and John's being an asshole. Never in my wildest dreams did I think he tripled.
400%. 400% on your test. Good job. I have a 16.0 grade average.
Remember, he used to be in Mensa. He has a kid who apparently is in a very prestigious school. These are
I
very.
said tripled. I should say quadrupled the average score.
Yes.
That's very impressive.
Yep.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Damn. I don't remember.
What
is it graded out of again?
Great job, Vince. You got to tip your cap to the guy.
I don't
Dude.
remember.
By the way, after I did it, I said,
How the fuck did you get a 640? That's fucking great. I mean, it's not like I know people that scored.
I aced the C-best, Vince.
Now, I hear him say this a lot. What is the C-best?
That was the test to become a substitute teacher in California.
Of course I can be a lawyer.
I'm sure they're they're crackheads who are passing the substitute teacher test.
I think a lot of the time, well, like when you're going in to take I have a buddy who's a lawyer who's telling me about this, where you go in to take the LSAT and they're like, you wouldn't happen to have any substitute teaching experience, would you? And you go, yeah. And they go, don't even worry about it. Look, they crumple up the paper. They're like, no sweat, you're a lawyer.
Extra points. You get extra points added.
Damn, 640.
I mean,
Wow.
You
No,
know
it's impressive, dude.
It really is.
I know.
Damn.
But it wasn't hard.
No one on this planet's ever gotten a score near that on the LSAT.
Every answer, they're like, triply right.
Right.
How did you do this?
He changed the way the LSATs were even looked at. They had to change the whole test after he took it.
They had to rewrite physics from some of his answers.
Exactly.
John,
Dude, I passed.
you blew us away. No, why? If John's going to tell this lie, why not look up what's the highest score you could get on the LSAT? And we found out why, by the way. I think we have that coming up. But I do know why John didn't look that up.
The real estate exam like that was like.
Yeah, see, the real estate exam is a comprehensive exam, so you have to know your facts. In fact, the real estate exam's hard. That's fucking hard as fuck.
Yes.
But anyone could sit for the LSAT and score a 640 because you don't need to know specific laws or the stupid real estate laws.
Or trivia.
Listen, say what you want about Vince. This was masterful.
I love him.
He's been good lately, I guess.
I don't know if I'd be able to compose myself long enough to be like, hey, listen, anyone, like if I knew that information and John said 640, I'd go, what?
He's good for like 3 N-words a show, too, on John's show. And John never sees it coming. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah.
Damn, impressive.
No, thank you.
All right, here we go. Now, here's the reveal.
It's finally getting my just due. Yeah, so let's hear now how it comes up. Because I and I assume many other people were in the chat going, yeah, we just Googled it, retard. So let's see what happens when John realizes what he has stepped in.
Still can't believe you got a fucking 640, dude.
No, I was lying.
Where'd you get that?
No!
This is after people have said the highest is 180, most you can get is 180, the range is 120 to 180, the highest you can get. So people keep saying that in the chat. John sees it, and he says, how do I wiggle out of this one? How do I gracefully... How do I gracefully slide out of this one?
Right before this, too, his phone was going off manically, so Vegas beer sales Jerry was like, John, we got a problem.
Oh, boy, 640's too high.
Code red, John, code red.
Jerry was like an old-time like stock trader. He's like, oh, God.
Lower, go lower. Way
You
lower.
overshot the target. You overshot the target.
I'm for real.
170. Lucan's Coffee, price to earnings, PE ratio.
170.
Only 500 points difference.
Yeah, no. I was kidding around. I got an actual score that is possible to get on the test.
That's when I went to Google, because I didn't know or care about the score, but watching his score drop from that to that, I was like, well, I got to see what the range is here, because he's either really dumb or...
What I still don't know, And I'm sure this is the case because what it says is the highest range is from 120 to 180, which I don't totally know what that means. But what I can glean from that is that 170 is still a very difficult score to get.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He still shoots high, even when he fucking lies.
This is
and
a guy
gets
that
caught in a lie.
He'll show you accidentally all his kids' addresses trying to show you a gold star someone gave him. You trying to tell me he won't put this on screen one time, this number? He's lying.
So let's hear why. Why would you say 640? That doesn't make any sense. If you were joking, why wouldn't you go with a number that's just conceivably possible? Why would you make up? It's like John might as well have said infinity. That would be as realistic as a 640.
It's like the moon landing, Mike. The bigger the lie, the easier it is to hide.
Well, why would he say that? I'm sure he's going to explain.
Harry, slightly by suspect.
Which one of you texted John to tell him that it only goes up to 180 or 200? What's the max?
That's
Who
true.
texted
Shame on us in the chat. Like you said, I think someone texted him, but shame on us in the chat, and I'm guilty of this. I wanted to call him out in the moment, and I'm sure a lot of other people did. We should have let him go for months. And he got a 640. That would have been great.
This is where Cardiff is a master.
I know.
He knows the long game.
He has patience.
Yeah.
No, nobody. I just was trying to see if you even knew. I was trying to see if you would get it because you told me yours was a 630. So therefore, I said a 640 to see if you would.
Diagnosed the issue. It's Vince brilliantly said, I got a 630. Knowing John would just say that he got higher than him. John would never look up with the score. Because I was racking my brain thinking, why would John make it up and not look up what the range of scores could be? He said, well, surely Vince didn't get a perfect score. So me getting 10 points higher than him wouldn't be that crazy.
Right. Yo, you're exactly correct. It's exactly what it is. He's far too lazy to even look it up. Because, yeah, you're right. A normal person would go, well, let me see what the highest score is. He's fucking with me.
And
but no.
What's great about John, and never change John, but what's great about him is that you would think he'd go, oh, what's the highest, just so I can say, like, I'm even higher than Vince. And then go, oh, it's 180. I'm going to say I got a 170. And then if Vince tries the 630 shit, I'm going to say, nah. As they told me in that room, the highest you can get is. But John doesn't think that way.
He could have been smart for a day.
I know.
Do anything. Like Vince, I know you. You know you told me you got a 630. If you don't, you're an idiot. Because you told me you got a 630.
This is what I told Kevin when he asked me.
That's why when you said you got a 630, I immediately said I got 640, just so I could say I got higher.
This is called gaslighting.
Not
It's
immediately,
fascinating.
by the way. You didn't immediately say you got a 640. You waited until a time frame where you could have taken the test. And then when finally, you then presented the information that you got a 640 as if it were real. If it were immediate, if Vince goes, I got a 630, what'd you get? And he goes, 640. Then that would be a joke. But now John's trying to pass this off as a joke because he looks like a fucking moron.
I know.
Fascinating to watch. I never said 630 because I wouldn't even know what I got. But
How much
I
wanna
know
bet?
that
How
the
much
max
want to
was
bet you said 630 yet?
whatever you want. You have to take off the damn DVR. How are we going to find out?
So John's argument now is, oh, no, you said an outrageous number. So to make you look like an idiot, I said I got a score that is not possible. Don't you look dumb now? Because I said, Vince looks like an idiot. Because I said I got a 640 on the LSAT when the highest potential score is 180.
He can't admit when he's wrong. He can't admit when he lies. It's always someone else's fault. This is all Vince's fault.
What would be great is if all of us saying it was 180, if we were organized enough, if that wasn't true. You know what I mean? If we were all like, oh, John, the highest you can get is 360. And he's like, I know, I got a 350. And we're like, gotcha again, idiot.
It's the weird part, like his verification process with new friends where he tells them something terrible about himself.
Yes.
And then waits to see if that flutters into the news cycle. Like, what kind of strategy is that?
Let me make something devastating to my children and see if they tell me one.
This is not a friend.
You said 630 when
I don't care. I don't entertain gaslighting. It's fine. I
All
said
right,
630.
Vegas, Jerry,
But
can
you-
somebody have where Dick, where Vince said he got a 630?
Right. Anyway,
Yeah.
And then Dick, show me the text where you told him that the max is the max 180. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah.
But he still doesn't know that.
He's
He
not
just
certain. He's
learned
not
it.
certain.
Like people, yeah, it's 180. Like these idiots texted him that. Oh, it was just such a beautiful moment. Like I said, it was better because I happened to be and just having that moment of Googling the score before it's revealed was so great. It warms your heart.
Yeah, and it is always great when Vince the Lawyer joins John's show because it really does change it up and make it interesting. Vince is a master with dealing with John.
For sure.
One here for Tookie, and then we'll get him out of here so he can rest that arm. Dan Varney, X3E, $10. Tookie, you rule. That's right.
Oh,
Tookie,
thank you.
do rule.
And I actually just got a text from Vince of a text message he got from Miss Judy showing that she's watching. So hello, Miss Judy.
Oh, Miss Judy.
And you're fantastic, Miss Judy. Thank you, Vince, for letting us know.
I
Very
hear
sexy in a
have one
bikini.
stretch mark though. John told me that.
Oh,
So-
no.
Yeah,
That was
sorry,
very brave of her.
Sorry, Miss Judy.
She looked good. Tookie, where can people find you, my friend?
TookieSoup.com is where everything you need Tookie you will find. And also Hackamania.com. Get your tickets for Hackamania. Use homo code JT. Thank you.
Yes, you do that. Use code JT for Hackamania. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes.
And go support Tookie. Go subscribe to the Dabbler Network.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Blind Mike, for having me on.
Before you go, that
Yes.
you got us a week or two ago, we were talking. I was playing a clip of you talking about John's son's name change or something.
Oh, no. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know it wasn't you. I'm kidding. but in the clip, you go, "Oh yeah, Keanu told Chad," and I kept saying over and over, and I was like, "How come no one's talking about this?"
Like fucking Keanu.
I was like, "No one's blaming Keanu." I didn't realize there was a thing you did. You totally got me.
Yeah. I always blame Keanu for sending me the link to John's thing, but it's never Keanu. Keanu doesn't talk to me. She don't like Tookie. But Tookie loves you all more than a friend, including Keanu. And thank you again for having me on, guys. Have a fantastic football Sunday. Go Oats.
Yes. You as well. Thank you.
The great Tookie, ladies and gentlemen.
You kicked Tookie out of here, and I figured we've wasted enough of his time. But don't we have another Stuttering John clip?
No.
And
That
with
was,
Ashley Cummings?
I didn't get that one. I got the projection. I got the scores. I didn't get the Ashley Cummings one.
We've done enough. I forget what it even was. Oh, it was him with Ashley Cummings where someone pays him to show him the cats.
Oh, yes, I did watch this live. Yes. Okay.
Okay. I didn't send you that? I swear I did.
No, I would have printed it. But he does not show the cats. He does not show them. He will not show them for some
He's an
reason.
asshole about it. But yeah, we've talked about John today.
I will show you privately, Ashley. I will not give the dues payer the courtesy of my cats. This is the weirdest argument I've ever fucking heard.
Yes, I appreciate Tookie joining us and the great Louis J. Gomez. I felt bad. I felt like Tookie felt like he couldn't talk, but he could have jumped in all he wanted. He was very funny, though. That reaction he got from Louis was very funny.
It was very funny. And Louis, my God, that man, that is a gift for gab. He can talk and go. And so you just kind of wanted you guys to. That was a big moment for you. So we just sat back and watched.
He was on years ago, like when I first started this show. He was on, and no one watched it. So I'm glad he came back.
You can tell he's a gearhead. Just the way he talked about stuff, he watches you, man. That's awesome.
I appreciated what he said because he captured what I'm going for. It seemed he gets the show, which I appreciate.
That's important. Let's get through some of these other super chats here, and then we'll get over to Dan Varney again. $10, Mike. You rule. That's right. He does rule. And then we had a few gifted membership. Brandon 807 gifted a membership, and then Kilo 420 gifted 5 memberships, and and Dave and Dan Varney gifted 5 more memberships. You guys are being very nice.
If you are a member right now, you get early access to the Why You Laughing. Well, is it up on YouTube? They were like copyright bullshit. It's up on Patreon for sure. and I think now you can watch it on YouTube. There were some restrictions we had to get around, but Steve Martin, A Wild and Crazy Guy, is a 1978 album. We broke that down. If you're a member on YouTube as well as Patreon.
Yeah, it might be one more day till it's up, just with that stupid 2-day wait that YouTube makes you do. Chris Primer, $5. Maybe John and Howard could rekindle their friendship over their love of ladyboys. Oh,
that'd be great. Maybe they'll be gay together, wouldn't it?
Ralph really missed out if that happens. Rumpled trench coat, Columbia, Bop, 8422, $5. Nothing says 100% heterosexual than calling yourself a nice little butterfly on a show. That is
dancing and prancing.
That's man stuff. And finally here, I think I got them all. Bogazian, $5. Yo, it's me, Fun OK from YouTube. Hi, Casey. R.I.P. Ducks.
I remember that name. Yeah. Why is he under a different name now? I hope everything's all right.
Ex-wife, you gotta hide some assets, including that name,
Oh, goodness.
But I think so, yeah, if we're going to skip a real ass, then I think it's time for some Whitney Cummings action.
Yes, I think you're correct. I saw someone in the chat before we started said, well, Whitney Cummings was on the Joe Rogan Experience. For some reason, I thought of a blind guy in Massachusetts. So
I saw that.
I think people were expecting me to talk about this podcast today. I think if we didn't have a lot going on, we could have spent a lot of time talking about Whitney, just hoping that Joe Rogan thinks he's looking in the mirror. Like she's doing everything she can to make herself the next Joe Rogan, which makes a lot of sense. It's very nice of her to bring her audience over to the Joe Rogan Experience. The two biggest podcasters in the world sat down with each other. It's very exciting. And but there wasn't a ton of interesting stuff, I didn't think. But there were a couple clips I wanted to point out just based on the way we've been talking about Whitney. It is so amazing to hear her talk this way. When she came back from Riyadh and said, oh, all you guys that are criticizing me, you're just racists. That's what all of you are. And she had like a fucking meltdown about social media, and she was doing all this weird stuff. And then she goes on the Joe Rogan Experience and talks like this. This first one's about elitism, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so they're talking about Hollywood and TV writing, and Rogan points out, oh yeah, a lot of TV writers came from Harvard and whatever, and this inspires that thought from Whitney Cummings.
That's so funny. There's so many funny writers came out of Harvard.
Out of Harvard,
the
yeah.
Harvard Lampoon.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, it's interesting because they've not to like talk about TV dorkery, but I know a lot of them. We're friends with a lot of them, but like there was a little bit of like a elitism. I think it's part of what made TV start becoming kind of irrelevant is these sort of like elite writers from Harvard who don't necessarily have a, I think that the best comedy, everyone can see themselves in it, or it's about something that we can all kind of relate to on some level. Mm-hmm. That's all these sort of kids going to a, $70,000 a year elite school making shows like The Office.
Didn't Whitney go to the same school as Trump's kids? Am I wrong about that? Is that where she went to school?
I don't know. I will look it up.
Look that up. Let's find out where Whitney Cummings went to school. I believe she went to the same school as Trump's kids. And she's talking about these elitist Harvard writers. That son of a bitch Conan O'Brien. That spoiled prick.
Yeah, she went to Penn.
Yeah, I suspect that's a bit of a expensive school. Am I wrong?
It is very expensive.
Okay, yeah. So she's talking about this elitism. I don't know if you guys know this. Whitney had not one but two shows on network television at this time that were much worse than The Office. And one of them was called Two Broke Girls. That was about two women who, get this, don't have a lot of money. So who the fuck are you to write about that, Whitney, when you went to Penn? I don't know if a lot of... I put it this way. I don't know if the girls in the show were able to afford Penn. So maybe you were coming from a place of elitism, but listen to this ridiculous premise.
And show, these comedies that, look, like it's a lot of my friends worked on The Office. I love you guys. It's gonna get me in trouble, but it is kind of like making fun of poor people. It's like, wouldn't it be funny if people like worked at a paper mill and like went to Chili's? Like, what a bunch of losers. It's like,
what a simple-minded way to look at The Office. Which is a brilliant show. And if you look at the UK Office, idiot, the people that wrote for the US Office did not create the show. It was Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant, who I think were like regular guys, right? Like Ricky was a radio guy. He was not some snob, to my knowledge. He wasn't like a Harvard grad or anything. Am I wrong about that?
No, he was not.
He necessarily came from money or anything. But what The Office is, first of all, it's so incredibly relatable because everyone has had a job like that. Like people have been stuck in dead end jobs and felt the same way that fucking Jim and Pam felt on that show. And you've worked with a Dwight or a Michael or whatever. It was incredibly relatable to be so simple minded to look at that show and not say, oh, it's about like human behavior and the mundaneness of everyday life, but also how interesting that can be. She looks at this, oh, they're making fun of people that go to Chili's? How elitist. And by the way, Whitney doesn't think this. That's the crazy thing, is like Whitney doesn't believe this. She's just trying to make a Rogan-y point. You know what I mean? She's trying to provide something that she thinks will be Joe Rogan-esque, that the audience will go, oh man, I never thought of it that way. That's so interesting. The people that wrote The Office are assholes.
I bet she hates Park and Rex, those lazy government workers.
But here's what's even crazier is she wrote Two Broke Girls. She created that show. It's literally in the title. Like, say what you want about what The Office is supposed to represent. You wrote a show going, hey, this is about poor people, guys. You made a spectacle around your show.
The Office is deep. It's a deep show on many levels. That Two Broke Girls is literally set up punchline, set up punchline. It's
crazy. Me and Craig watched years ago on Patreon. I'm sure you could probably still go find it, I hope. Unless it's one of the things Craig has deleted for some reason. But if you go back, we played a game where we were trying for the entire episode to find a sentence that was uttered that wasn't either a setup or a punchline. It was set up so this character can have a witty comeback, bam, zinger, laugh track. That's what the entire show was. So to criticize something as deep as The Office, especially, again, the creation of The Office, which, like, Gervais's Office was, what, 12 episodes? And a special or something like that?
I think it was 2 seasons, maybe like 6 episodes per season.
It was not this thing that was, like, ran into the ground. Like, if you want to criticize the later seasons of The American Office, go for it. But
yeah, I like Spader. He was okay.
Family members, like, go to Chili's.
That is real.
All right, time for comics.
The indignant, she goes, I have family members that go to Chili's. And these people, boy, Burr and Whitney cannot get off of this Chili's thing. All roads go through Chili's with them for some reason, where it's that's the epicenter of American culture is Chili's.
Have you ever had a bloomin' onion? My God, Mike, they're amazing.
If I want to get these poor rubes on my side, I just mention Chili's, and they're going to eat. They love those baby back ribs. They're going to eat it up.
Comics is the next
one. Just like you know, I don't have to tell you, you know, those comics that you like look up to so much that they're legends, and then all of a sudden they just stop being funny. And you're like, how did this happen? You know, whether it's because they've, you know, incubated themselves against, doing what normal people do on a daily basis and, you know, assistants. But they've surrounded themselves. They're not friends with comics. It's always that. It's like, how did that person?
Rogan is guilty of this too. This idea where like, man, if you're not friends with comics, you just don't get it. Like, no one loves comedy more than me. Well, go watch Why You Laughing. Listen to the words of Louis J. Gomez. I get it. Like, this idea that you have to interact with comics to be real is so pompous and arrogant. And that's someone who's lost touch. It's amazing to hear her talk about people who have lost touch when she is the catalyst of that group. She's who people are pointing to as someone who has lost touch. She literally took X amount of dollars from Riyadh, which, again, like you said, take the money if you do whatever you want. But then to come back when people are like, hey, it's a bit of a moral gray area, wouldn't you say? It's some human rights issues over there you seem to be ignoring that you pretended to care about. And Whitney came back and goes, oh, you guys are all racist for criticizing me for that. You're all racists. That's someone who's wildly out of touch. So I don't know who she's got in mind when she's saying this, but it's just crazy coming out of her mouth.
And I thought the arm flailing was for her show. No, Mike, that is forever. That is all times. That's in front of Joe Rogan. Anyone. I'm going to flail these arms at you.
She's like an Italian. She's very expressive.
It is.
They're just not friends with comics, and they don't have someone humbling them constantly and pushing back and giving them shit. And
all the motivations that got them to be funny when they were younger have been eliminated because almost all of it is try to get extra attention.
That's right.
From girls or from your friends.
I know who Rogan's talking about, by the way. It's Mark Maron.
Yes.
I know that's exactly who he has in mind.
thinking of a guy in Venice in a garage. No names.
Trying to be funny. You have no motivation to be
Yeah.
funny anymore because everybody loves you and you're rich.
And being a comic is a lot, I think, of like having almost intentional contrarian Tourette's, where you'll just say some shit that like it's a crazy premise. Like sometimes stand up is like saying something that isn't true and then proving it, you know? And to say some and have someone fight back with you. That's why I think
There's truth in what she's saying, but it's not supposed to be something you don't believe. It's supposed to be grounded in like a thought you had. We're like, oh, what if this was? No one's ever thought of it this way. Like it's supposed to be grounded in something. You don't just throw out absurd bullshit that you don't believe in and then try to prove it. That's how you get in the pickle you're in right now, Whitney.
That explains a lot right there, actually.
Yeah.
Philosophy.
Well, just say whatever and then try and back it up with horse shit.
Then show your tits and then walk away. Job done.
when people are like, why do comics talk about woke culture so much? It's like, because we see disagreeing as an interesting conversation. You guys see it as fascism.
This blanket, like, now she's going to the other side where everyone who criticized her for yacht, she's like, you're racist. And now everyone who criticizes her for losing touch, they're like, oh, you're a fascist. Like,
pick a lane.
Keeps doing. Stop throwing these blanket statements out. And again, she doesn't have a real personality because she's trying to be Tim Dillon or Joe Rogan. Like, it's obvious with her show. And hats off to her. She's reached the numbers of Joe Rogan. So good for her. But I didn't know how niche a story that was. Her view counts skyrocketing.
It's picking up.
I saw a lot of people in the comments go, man, two of the big... I got in there. I left a comment from the Blind Mike Project account. I said, man, two of the biggest comics in the world joining forces. And a lot of people were joining in with me.
Nice. We have one super chat here, and then we'll get over to toe time. I'm viral, I'm horny, and I'm cool. $4.99. Two Broke Girls reboot about Whitney and Ashley. Or make it 4 and throw in Kiki and Scarlett.
I don't know a ton about Ashley, but she was in the clip I saw of John.
Mm-hmm.
And how am I trying to say this? It's impressive. Like, you've heard all the thoughts I have of Whitney, and then to find someone where you're like, well, Whitney's probably right in this situation, you know?
Yes, it makes
that's an impressive skill.
What we need is Stuttering John's brother to be worse than him. Get a show, and then we could be like, John, you're better than that guy. I mean,
I will say this, though. John, if you want to disprove the gay rumors, address them casually and just go, guys, I don't know. If you think I'm gay, watch any clip of me and a woman, and it'll prove to you I'm the horniest guy on the planet.
And from what I know of gay men, that's a big no from the gay community to John. That's a giant no. We have one more here. Minion of the Waste celebrates 18 months of membership. 18 months. Congratulations. Hi, Mike and Casey. Fun okay is me. Oh, yeah, this is Fun okay. I'm still here. They just changed my YouTube name to this.
Who's they?
Them.
What are we doing to Fun okay? Who has
they?
Of him?
They, them. YouTube is binary now. So.
What are they doing to him?
I don't know. Taking too much fun. It's gone.
Hope he's all right.
Speaking of fun, Mike, I know a guy who's not having fun anymore because no one's covering him. No one's watching him. So it's time to check
figure it's our job. I heard this little piggy guy is talking about this too. He's claimed victory over them. He defeated them a while ago. They lost.
Of course he did.
They've lost a few times, I think, by my count of what Aaron was saying. And we haven't talked about Aaron in a while. It seems like not a lot's going on over there.
Mm-mm.
It seems very dead. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't even know how the fellas on this little piggy. I don't know how they're going to have enough content to sustain them. And then I went to just a random episode. I saw that he did one that was 5 hours, and I was like, oh, he must be crushing the goal. He stayed on for 5 hours for these people. They must have given him a lot of money. It seems he's taking the opposite tactic with the goal. He's still not saying the word goal. He will say the G word fairly often, which feels like cheating to me. But there is no goal. But there are other elements of the show that I find interesting. Although we're starting with his thoughts on Alex Stein, yes?
Yes. Correct.
Okay, so did Alex Stein get fired from the Blaze or something?
He did. Glenn Beck said, "Pack your bags."
Oh, yeah. Maybe he should start a show with Mick. I think that'd be good. But yeah, I guess Alex Stein was having on too many like Dabbleverse characters.
Joey C. was the death nail, I think.
Yeah, which makes sense, I suppose. Aaron's talking about Alex Stein in this clip.
Walking through the streets with a big booty Latinas can stay sign. Alex is such a twat. Alex made a video the other day where he's got a shit-eating grin on his face. Like, I love Steel Toe. Steel Toe can do no wrong. He's my favorite. And I'm like, I'm watching the video and I'm laughing, but at the same time, I'm like, does Alex think I love Alex? I think Alex is great, but like when he says that, I'm like, I can't help but feel a little insulted. I'm like, Alex, you're laying it on really thick. You do know that I know you're fucking around and being disingenuous, right? Like, I'm willing to laugh at the bit with you.
I like this play by Aaron now, where like he actually didn't know that for a while. He'd be like, "Oh, Alex Stein is complimenting me," and so many people have been like, "What are you, a fucking idiot, Aaron?" That Aaron's like, "Does he know that I'm in on the joke? I'm in on the joke, guys. This is how I'm showing that I'm in on the joke, by telling you I'm in on the joke." It's like you could just be like playful with it instead of telling us directly that you're in on the joke.
Have this paranoia in my soul that Alex thinks I don't think he's fucking around. And that bothers me for some reason. I don't know why. I love Alex. I like the videos. I think they're funny. If
I'll tell you why. You want attention from Alex and you want him to respect you. That's why. You realize that he thinks you're a clown that he laughs at, and you're like, "Oh no, we do the same thing. We both talk politics, but we're silly, wacky guys. I want his respect," and you don't have it. That's why I don't even know why I feel the need to address it. Well, because you're insecure about it. You don't like that Alex Stein talks about you because you kind of want his love. And I don't say that in a negative way. I say it like it would be a real bummer if Lewis was trolling me earlier in the show. Like if he was just fucking with me and I figured that out later, I would go, "Ah, shit, that's unfortunate." And I look like a real fool. And that's what Aaron's experiencing now. It's not that difficult, Aaron.
Those that I know they're funny and over the top, great. If he makes them and he goes, "I bet you Steel Toe Joe thinks that I'm being for real, that I'm keeping it 100. No. It's the only part that 56,000 views in 2 days. I don't know why I give a shit about Alex's view count. I just want to see him land on his feet.
All right, I guess I'll answer this one for you too, Aaron. Because you're wondering why you're not successful on YouTube, and you're looking at Alex, who has some level of success on YouTube, and you're thinking, well, we're the same guy. We do the same shit. Why does he have more views than I do? He talks politics. I talk politics. I'm an interesting guy. Why don't I have the views? And what you're more concerned about is Aaron knows those views equal dollars. Why can't I knock out the goal? I bet Alex is knocking out all his goals, so that's why you care. Again, it's very transparent. It's very easy to figure out. It's a shame that you can't get there, but I hope that helps.
We have the same microphone. Why is this not working? I don't get it.
The Blaze thing. I just want to see him do well. So I don't know why I keep checking the view counts, but I do. 56,000 in 2 days. What's 15? If that's fully monetized, what's 15 times 56?
What numbers does he do? What's the 15?
He's in Alex's pocket right now, filling around in the change. How much advertisement money did you make off this?
How the fuck does he know what his...
Well, he's going to use what he makes off of Rumble and YouTube. I'm going to divide that because it takes me, a long time to get 50,000.
Same though.
No,
the amount of people engaging with Alex's channel, it's probably higher.
Every channel is different by how much they get paid with their CRM.
Based on how long you watch, all different factors. How many people engage with it? Yeah, it's different for everyone.
And even the people that are watching are given a point by YouTube, and they're valued as well. So, like, they might be someone that purchases stuff on YouTube. So they're worth a lot more in the CRM.
Which I bet Alex's audience is probably pretty high in that regard.
Correct. A lot of protein powder. Yeah. A lot of brain juice and stuff like that.
$840. Make a couple videos a day. What's that? You're going to make about 80 grand a year?
Oh,
single guy with no
money
kid.
Here. This is let me worry about what another man makes. This is pretty dignified. So Aaron, by the way, again, he's done no research into this. He's like, Alex is making 56,000 a video times 2, which I don't know why he's. where he's coming up with that. And now he's doing the math of what Alex makes. And the audacity. Again, I don't talk about view count. I don't care. Like, I think Coach HP's content is interesting to me, and so is Joe Rogan's. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what you do. If you're putting out content and it's good or interesting, people are going to care about it. So I try not to bring this up, but Aaron forces you to. Aaron talks about view counts all the time. And the gall of Aaron to look at Alex Stein's numbers and go, hey, look at you, Al. 56,000 on the video. That's a pretty good little start there. Hey, look at you, Alex. Nice job, scamp. Good for you. Hey, do a couple of those a day. You'll be making a pretty decent living, kiddo. Like, it is so insulting for him to talk down to Alex's numbers when if you look at what Steel Toe's doing, the math on this, the math that I could do would be a little more insulting to Aaron, I think.
Kids could live off that.
I'll go back
two
over.
videos.
I want to see the number he came up with that Alex is making.
Make a couple videos a day. What's that? You're going to make about 80 grand a year? Single guy with no kids could live off that.
I couldn't. I couldn't. If I made multiple videos a day that got 50,000 views, I couldn't live off of that money. I can, however, live off 2 live streams a day that cumulatively get 2,000 views.
Correct. It's not hot tub money, but it's something.
I can. If I was making 50,000 plus view videos, I couldn't live off the peanuts that would bring me. But good for Alex. He doesn't have kids.
Videos a week that make that hit the 50-some thousand mark.
All right, broken promise.
It's so like, it's funny for Aaron to talk down to Alex that way when everyone can so blatantly see what he's doing. Like, you want to talk about transparent? Aaron, if you think what Alex was doing was transparent, like, it's not getting by anyone. No one's like, oh man, Aaron's probably killing it then if he's talking about Alex's money that way.
We are constantly in your pocket, Aaron, and we don't see anything in there. Let's go. Broken promise. That's the next one.
Oh, no.
Ugh, it's fucking awful.
That should be, that's the slug line for the show. It's Aaron saying it because he wants to be there less than anyone. Oh, fucking awful. That is just the attitude. I watched the fellas on This Little Piggy. And they laughed at something happening on the screen. And it turns out it was Aaron just starting his show scowling. And Moody said, he goes, it's a shame because I don't think Blind Micah gets to appreciate everything about this show.
You don't.
Which is true. I don't get to see how miserable he is every day.
Which also belies how just horrible a person he is that it somehow penetrates you, even without vision. Yeah.
It's able to come through.
You can smell it.
Oh, there are those days where things are a little slow going. And I'm like, that's fine. You win some, you lose some, it'll be fine. But then there's days where it's slow going and then something like that happens. And I go, now I'm upset. Now I'm in a way.
I'm going to say this. I stand by not watching that video before.
Yeah.
It was the right call.
Buttshine says ban him. You know what?
This close.
So just for a little context, they watched some gross video and Aaron's like, oh, man, if we were making tons of money, that'd be a great video. I'd love to be disgusted by whatever link people send in that I have to play for some reason. That'd be great if we were making a ton of money. We're not making money and I had to watch a gross video. That really bums me out.
This guy, one-track mind, this guy.
Everything comes back to, I'm enjoying this if it's making money and I hate it if it's not making money.
What a horrible way to live.
You would think, I get the idea, like, this is Aaron's income, whatever. I totally get the idea of it being like, man, I'm having a ton of fun if it's making money. Then I don't have to worry about anything. And if it's not making money, it's a little less fun because I have to worry about how I'm going to pay my bills or whatever. For it to be like either I'm having a ton of fun because I'm making money, I hate the show and hate doing it when it's not making money. That's a crazy contrast that I've never heard of in broadcasting.
No, that's going to wear you out because you don't know how the day's going to be by the morning. Is it going to be a good day or a bad day? That's a hard way to live.
Listen, it's my income too, is podcasting. And if it went away, I'd have to figure out something for life. But I wouldn't think like, oh, this I hate the show now so much.
Yep.
I will ban Los Federales if we can make $150 in the next 10 minutes.
He'll ban. Hold on. He's banning fans of the show.
Just give me money, I'll ban you.
He's cutting off his nose despite his face here. What if I come in with $1,000 and go, Aaron, ban everybody?
Sweep the road.
Aaron will go, you got it, boss. And then the next day he'll be like, ah, shit, no one's here.
Where'd everyone go? He's very short-sighted. Maybe he's got like a memento thing where he just remembers a day at a time.
I'll ban Los Federales. The guy, I gotta say, too, the amount of times I've heard that name, he's probably a high donor to the program. I don't know if you want to ban him.
And for the people watching who are like, I think Aaron might not be making a lot today. Yeah. When I start throwing the numbers out there, just gift a few fucking memberships and we'll be fine. All right, get us to that 400.
About a broadcaster. I've heard plenty of people be in a bad mood and you don't whatever. You never think, I bet this guy's not making a lot of money today.
I keep a list. Who's making money on podcasts today?
It's never my thought. If for some reason fucking Tim Dillon comes in a crabby mood, I'm not like, oh, I bet people are stealing money from him. I bet he's not getting the amount of donations he usually gets.
100 number.
And we'll cruise.
You know, I can't tell you anything because I promised I wouldn't, and the shows are better because of it, but fuck's sake, guys.
So the shows are better. What he's saying there is, I'm not saying goal. I'm not saying it anymore. I'm not saying the G word. This is me not saying the G word, which we all know. This is me not saying it. I'm stopping the show to say how much better the show is without me saying it. And anyone who thinks that, which I'm sure it's true, probably. If you like Aaron's like political stuff and he's not stopping, for like me and Tookie, from our perspective, it's much worse when he's not talking about the goal. But if you like Aaron's political stuff, you're probably like, oh, I'm so glad he's not. Oh, wait, no, here it is. He's stopping the show now to not talk about the goal. It's the same thing.
Mike, it puts him in a sour mood, which is the next clip.
He also does this thing. This is going to come up, so I figure I'll tell you now. He doesn't talk about the goal. What he does do is constantly say, oh, we're 60 away from 600 members or whatever. And what's odd is that number has gone down. We'll hear it in a little while, and I'll tell you about that number. But there is a new goal. It's just a different goal.
I'm there.
They might come after us. Guys, we are 11 memberships away from 400. I would really appreciate a...
We're 11 memberships away from 400. We haven't talked about Aaron in about a month. And they were creeping in on 600. How is the goal to get to significantly less than where you were from?
It's a readjustment, goal readjustment process.
How is that even possible? That he's like, hey, the goal now, it's the goal of today's show, is to get us 200 away from the amount of members we had a month ago.
Inflation is a bitch, Mike.
Also, how are people leaving? So, like, we don't have many YouTube members. Most of them are on Patreon. And, like, every month, it resets a little bit. There are a few less at the beginning of the month because based on when people signed up or whatever. The number does not fluctuate by hundreds.
No.
And we have more people than you would think. Ours is more in flux. How is it that much of a swing that we were talking about him hovering around 600 and now he's like, hey, 11 more ya, we're reaching that elusive 400 number.
Literally 1/3 loss. That is a giant loss.
And again, I say again, if you have one member, hats off to you. Terrific. If one fucking person gives a shit about whatever your dumb thoughts are in this world, mazel tov. Terrific. I don't give a fuck how many members anyone has. Aaron's the one making us judge it day after day, where he's like, I have 600 numbers. Isn't that we're the biggest show on the planet. I have 400 numbers. 400 members, rather. Things have never been better here. And you're like, wait, that's less than the other number you told us when you were killing it.
A rally, I'd appreciate a run here pretty quick. If you're enjoying our show, consider Venmo, PayPal. Rumble rants, super chats, gifted memberships. I mean, consider throwing something in the middle if you enjoy our program, if you like what we're doing.
Give it some thought.
Today. Numbers bad. Everything, look, there's a yin and a yang. There's a balance to everything. As great as yesterday was, today's a bit of a collapse from that. Yeah, we went over 600.
Aaron gives his show so many great slug lines that he doesn't use. Numbers bad, everything else good. Should be how he sells the show. Hey, no one's watching, but it's amazing.
For a little. We're right around it now. Help us out. Pick up. I'm not going to sour the mood, but pick up my inner mood if you could, and you won't see me press for the rest of the program. I have a fucking root canal. Oh, now I just remembered that too.
Yeah.
Can't have an unsuccessful show and a root canal today.
It's an painful day.
Show. I have legitimately no clue how many people were watching earlier. When I get done with the show today, I will say to Casey, that was a fun show. Fucking Lewis popped on. That was pretty cool. Tookie's great as always. We had fun.
Skank news, breaking news.
I don't have any fucking idea how many people are watching. I can't imagine living my life like that. If we had the day we had today, and Casey told me, hey, it was an unsuccessful show, not enough people watched, I'd think, hey, fuck you, man. I had a nice time.
No, you said a PR, Mike. We don't need to talk about numbers, but great, good job. Personal record. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that because the morning show's the good one, and like
This is great. Now, to be fair, I'm trying to think if I've ever said this as a joke. I'm sure I have. Where I've said, like, oh, Why You Laughing is better than the Blind Mike Project or something. I'm sure jokingly I've said something like that. But I can't imagine going in earnest, like, oh, man, I wish the numbers were better on the Why You Laughing, because that's the good one. That's the good show that I do. This show stinks.
Hey.
Defining one of your shows as the good one. It's tough. When, by the way, it wouldn't be that crazy if I said it about Why You Laughing and the Blind Mike Project, because they're different shows. They're entirely different. Aaron's show is, hey, I'm doing this show later in the day now. And he judges them as wholly different entities.
I look outside and it's dark. Different show. It's a totally different show.
But it's not dark where Aaron is. Like, Aaron doesn't have windows on it. It's just dark where you happen to be watching it if it's live.
But I've eaten dinner. That's a different show than the breakfast.
Mentally, I suppose that is different, yeah.
Like doing the evening shows, but like the audience has collapsed on the evening shows so bad that I'm like, the morning is the super fun one. The morning's the great one, especially the last 3 months since we dropped the G word. I just
want to we're watching the morning show. Keep that in mind later.
Okay, thank you.
This is fun. This is as fun as Aaron's day gets. It's all downhill from here, because later in his day, he's going to have a root canal and then have to do that horrid evening show. So things go from bad to worse after this.
It's been really fun to do. The evening show is the one where I go, oh God, how about the fortunes turn around a little bit? You know? When the evening...
How insulting to the idiots that do watch that show, where Aaron's like, all right, let's get through this. And glad I'm here. Thanks, man. I've been supporting you the whole time.
They're like punk rockers. They're wearing skinny puppy shirts. We're the night guy. We're the night people.
All right, let's get this over with so I can get to bed.
Evening show used to kind of carry...
it might be a title. I don't know.
Carry the morning show a little bit.
When?
The morning show has been doing that lately. I've been banking the overages for the morning show, and it's kind of bailed out the evening shows, and I really hope that turns around. But thank you. Things have been going great. I do appreciate it. You know me. I'm just...
Sound like they're going great.
Speaking of we were talking about The Office earlier. That would be a beautiful Michael Scott moment where he's talking about things collapsing, or literally using words like crumbling and collapsing.
Yes.
and then just to go, but things have been going great.
Everything's great. It's exactly like Dwight, too. It's crazy.
That would be masterful writing if you pulled that off.
Just a competitive son of a bitch. So if we could go on a bit of a run That would be cool. Like Lab Glass gifting a membership to increase immigration. 10 memberships. Away from 400. Let's keep going, guys. I would like to never have to talk about that ever again the rest of the morning. So please and thank you. Again, Johnny, let's do the
foreshadowing. It's going to come up again. Don't worry.
Please and thank you. That's another officer.
You guys are probably disappointed. You're thinking, I guess Mike's going to end the show now. No, we have a few more of these.
Hey, we don't know if Venmo or PayPal are working today.
Only way we can check is if somebody fires a little dono off in there, we'll be able to know. Please and thank you.
Well said, John.
You'll Be Fine says there's an evening show. Yes, that's right. We have a lot of new listeners on Rumble, especially. We do a program Monday.
Aaron, I got news for you. I think the guy was fucking around. Oh, you don't know about the evening show? Well, let me do a little press.
There are monsters over there that don't give.
There's an evening show. It's a very funny chat, by the way. Oh, there's an evening show? And Aaron's like, oh, people don't know about it? Yes, we're here all day.
That's what's happening. That's why it's not good. They don't know.
Oh, no. Just so you know, we never really stopped broadcasting.
Monday through Wednesday from 6 to 8:30 Central Time. So, yes, show up for that one. Throw a few memberships in. We would greatly appreciate it. At the beginning of the year.
I tell you what I like about Tookie. I shouldn't say I like it. It's actually... I would convince him not to do it because it's not necessary. But I appreciate, like, Tookie's always like, oh, I don't want to waste your time, or people should. Why would people want to listen to my dumb opinions? Whatever. He's humble, and he doesn't have to be. He's a talented, funny guy, and he does a good show. But there's humility there. Whereas Aaron is like, yeah, please. I mean, I know you spend 5 hours in the morning with us. Watch the evening show also. Waste more of your time. Like, there's not an ounce of... He will say things like, oh, man, I really appreciate everyone. But, like, there's no actual gratitude when he's talking about people because he expects you to spend 8 hours a day or 8 minutes, whichever it is. But, like, in both places, you're supposed to donate money to him for the show that he's put on.
Here, I dropped the G word on that one, too. Dropped it.
Nice.
Brought it down. Because, like, it's struggling. And also, like, let's take the extra and let's put a little towards.
Okay, now let me figure this. Hold on a second. Let me figure this out here. So he dropped the word goal in the morning because it makes a better show, and then people are inspired to knock out that goal, even though he's not saying it. The evening shows has been crippled by their lack of numbers. No one's there. He can't get $1 to. He can't rub 2 dimes together to whatever the expression is. On the evening show, and he's like, oh, we're dropping the goal there too. How does that math work?
Yeah, wait a second.
Are you dropping the goal in both places? One is thriving. The morning show, we heard about how much fun that is. That's a blast. The evening show is in great peril. That's never been worse. And both of them, they don't have to say the word goal anymore.
It's disrespecting the goal that's the problem here. It's a deity, and you're not even saying its name. It's going to bite you when you do that.
We're trying to keep it alive here. We're trying to keep the goal alive, but Aaron's not helping us.
Brutal is the next one.
Oh, man. I don't have high hopes for this. I thought he was going to pull out of this, but it doesn't sound good.
And then I never have them again.
Gift your memberships. Throw in your Rumble rants. Today is fucking brutal. Let's see if we can make some money today. Let's see if PayPal and Venmo are broken, please. And in the meantime, here you go, Johnny.
I like when Aaron just bluntly says what he's like. He skirts around it sometimes. He tries to put on a facade. I like when he's like, today's fucking brutal and things are crumbling around me.
Got to pay this fucking cripple right here. God damn it. Speaking of which, Bye Johnny is the next one.
That's an arrangement, by the way. I don't know why we're paying for it. Where he's like,
right,
guys, I have to pay Johnny. Like, well, I didn't agree to that. It's not my business what you do with him.
And when he's going on these spiels about how awful it is, Johnny looks worried that he's not getting a check today. It's
hung over Johnny's head where he's like, okay, I guess I have to be good. I have to chime in with things like donate to the goal, guys.
Donos. Let me put that in. All right. Bye, Johnny is the next one here.
All right, Johnny. I'm sure when Johnny leaves, Aaron is going to pay him a lot of respect and say, Johnny, it was a pleasure. Johnny, we loved having you on today. It's great that I bring you back every day because obviously we enjoy having you.
All right, Johnny, thank you very, very much.
Well, thank you for having me. We'll see you tomorrow.
I appreciate you being here today. And here's what I genuinely hope for the show today. Not for me, not for you, but for the show. I hope that everyone just hates your guts, and as soon as you leave, they all start dumping money on us.
Jesus
All
Christ.
right, yeah, that's totally fair.
That's what I hope for today, all right? So you take it easy.
Beaten out of Johnny to be like, okay, yeah, that's whatever. Whatever.
I knew that was coming. There was like 1% chance maybe you were going to say something nice, but no, I knew this was coming.
Whatever gets you to keep paying me my $50 when I'm on here. Yep. Oh, yeah. No, I hope they hate me. Sure.
Can I get 10 extra if I nod harder? I'm nodding real hard.
And in fairness to Aaron, he's trying to be cute and playful. He's like, no, them boys with Johnny. This is how we bust chops. But like genuinely, that's how Aaron is conducting himself. Where he's like, I don't give a fuck how I get this money. If it's because they hate Johnny and they think Johnny's a loser cripple, I don't care. Whatever it takes to get these people to give me their money.
Easy. Have a great show, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, later.
There you go. All right, I hope you all hate him and you all decide it's time to gift memberships and go crazy because we're done in a half hour with
Why
a
is
massive...
Johnny necessary on that show?
I don't think he is, Mike. I don't think he's necessary.
Has Aaron ever explained that? Like what? Like as I said, I like having someone to bounce off of. First of all, like that so I'm not just talking to myself like a crazy person, but also like Casey and Craig when they're on here run the show. They're very valuable members of the program. What does Johnny provide? He sits there and stares, and then before the show's over, he leaves. I don't get it.
Well, when he falls out of the chair, it's comic relief, I guess.
But I don't say that to insult Johnny. Like, I don't think that's Johnny's fault. I'm asking, why does Aaron have him? If he looks at him as a detriment to the show, and he's like, I got to pay this fucking guy, just don't. What is he bringing?
Oh, no, I think you just took the money away from Johnny. Aaron's going to watch this and be like, why
sorry.
am I paying?
I'm nothing if not fiscally sound.
Johnny's killing our night shows. God damn you, Johnny.
L hanging over our head and still 7 memberships from 400. Now, if we get to the 400 memberships, then I have to go until 11. And honestly, the way it's going today, I would like to go.
Hold on, listen again to language. Then I'm stuck here till 11.
I'm a prisoner of yours.
Then I have to be here till 11. Not I get to. Then I get to go to 11. Then we all get an extra half-hour show. No. Then you've punished me by making me stay here another half hour. So isn't that...
I'd rather be getting a root canal, but I will stay.
There's I don't know if we get to it on this episode. I forget. But Tookie actually pointed out when I was listening to him. He said, we heard him say, like, oh, we're 7 away from 500. I'm sorry, 400. We're 7 away from 400. He crosses the 400 threshold this week. Congratulations to him for that. But then what he says is, like, he'll say, all right, gang, we're 97 away from 500.
Oh, no.
Why phrase it that way?
Yeah, it just starts the clock right over again.
That's about as far away as you could be while still looking at 500 as the goal. You know what I mean? Like that's if you're any further away and your goal would be 400.
Makes zero sense.
We're 97 away from 500.
I mean, technically you're 497 away from 1,000. I mean,
right, exactly.
It's nothing.
Go to 11 because I don't know if we have a prayer if we go until 10:30. So if you're feeling generous, I appreciate you guys. Obviously, you give so much to this show. You do so well for us, and I appreciate it. But
that's a great mentality, for a host of a show to be like, you know what? I don't want to be here another half hour, as I've stated. I do have to be here another half hour, though, to make my nut. In order to make enough money, I need to stick around an extra half an hour. That's when you know you're watching a quality product.
Right. He just needs to go all the way in and put a shock collar on and let us shock him for $50 a pop. That's really what he's doing here.
Oh, we're not far away, my friend.
Did I call it? Did I call it?
Watch what he does later. I'd much rather be in a shock collar.
Oh, no.
A little bit. A little bit from each would go a long way. We would appreciate it. Streamlabs, PayPal.
What's that?
A little bit from each is all. That's not too much to ask. Now, granted, many of you have not just given a little bit, but a lot.
Yes.
But I would still like you to give a little bit more.
Yeah, give as much as you can. If it jingles, that's okay. But if it folds, baby, that's what we're talking about.
Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Let's see what we can do.
Oh, we got any Rumble Rants?
We have not. I've been looking. Not yet. Get over there. Give us some.
Aaron's crushing us on Rumble.
He is.
How come we don't have any of those Rumble views?
We'll get there. We'll get there. We don't sell enough brain, dick, or neck pillows. Eventually we'll get there. This one's called Not a Hobby.
Well, this is Aaron's job, and so that's why he treats it as such. If you're wondering why Aaron's so professional, it's because this is his job, and so that's how he has to go about it.
Like, you only want to go to 11 for the money. But fucking yes. What are you, a child? You think I do this for love of the game? I love doing my show, but if I made no money, bye.
That's the spirit.
Right now, somewhere Jordan just cringed. What happened to me right there?
That's the spirit, kiddo. Make sure everyone knows you have no interest in doing this if it weren't for the money.
This guy thinks I've never in my life broadcast for free. Ever. I've been doing this for a living my entire adult life. I mean, I never had to do a podcast of a hobby. Oh, it's so sad. I've always been able to.
Why? Hold on. Why? Like, Tookie was just on here as a regular job. I believe he said that before. I hope I'm not doxing him.
I believe he's a business owner.
He has a regular job, and by the way, he makes money doing this too. I think, right? Like they do pretty well. So, like, he does it as his hobby. If he made no money, he wouldn't have to do it because he has a regular job, but he enjoys doing it. And if Tookie said, hey, guys, I just don't have the time to podcast anymore, I go, damn, that's a shame. You know what I mean? I wouldn't look at him like some fucking loser who has a job. Like, I've never understood this mentality of like, oh my God, doing it as my hobby? And this seems pointed at someone. I'm not sure who.
That's
you know what I mean? Like the way he's talking, I know Aaron well enough now to know that this is directed at someone, but I don't know who he's referring to necessarily.
Yeah, because all his enemies, like everyone on those shows, they do okay.
Like
so
Moody,
it's not any of the,
maybe
Moody does great. He owns Super Tips partly, right? So,
yeah, but this is his hobby, his podcasting.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Do this for a living. So
maybe Ricada, because Ricada doesn't make the money anymore. That's maybe a thought.
You know what? You might be right. Maybe Ricada said something like, I would still do this as my hobby if I didn't make as much money, whatever. You might be right.
On the days where we're eating it, yeah, I want to stay on longer. I want to earn it. That's what I want to do. So, memberships are awesome.
You're a regular coal miner, Aaron.
Everything you can throw in is awesome.
Aaron's working a detail. Like, well, the overtime, it pays great.
Kind of want to make the AI of Aaron in a coal mine chopping some coal. That might be fun.
Sam Show loves Jewish dick. Oh, God. Oh, no, he doesn't understand.
Gold miner. Hey,
business. He goes, didn't you offer to go back to radio for free? No, to sell advertising.
I'm offered to go to sell advertising for free, idiot. I said you don't have to pay me. I'll just work on commissions, you jackass.
Not only will I not get a lot of money, I will also waste my time.
I will work solely on commissions. You don't have to work. You don't even know I'm there if you don't turn on the radio. That's how desperate I am to do a show on radio. Don't you feel stupid now, Sam Show? You moron.
You know what? You'll get it. You know what? You'll figure it out. At least we know you're not Jewish.
Oh, goodness. What time is it?
That's what I love about Aaron, that he'll always talk down to people, and he's wrong. Like, he does this smug, like, oh my God, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get that I offered to go back to radio for free so I could sell advertising just to get my show on the air. And it's like, no, he gets it.
He got it. All right, what time is it? Here's the next one.
What time is it? I'm so curious. Is it gold time, I hope?
Hopefully.
That. We are still 7 memberships away from 400. Yeah.
He just made a face.
We have a little bit of a bank from yesterday.
Oh, the bank.
We're probably going to use it today and still
Never heard it called
fail.
bank.
If anyone you know what?
He's Monopoly. He's the bank.
Hold on. Go back a little bit. Just go back a little bit. The bank, for those of you that don't know.
I didn't know.
Aaron will make a surplus on some days. Some days the morning show carries you enough that you not just hit the goal, but you have, I don't know, $50 extra, let's say.
In the bank.
Aaron puts that in the bank. And then on a day like this, where things have been abysmal, Aaron calls up the bank and says, "Hey, you guys willing to chip in on this one?" And they go, "Right away, Mr. Imholt, we're sending you $50. We're wiring you $50.
Bank. What's my interest there, Aaron?
Bank of Steel Toe. Yeah, so Aaron, I guess, gives himself money to get closer to the goal. It's not the full amount. He's like, "Hey, we're $140 away from the goal. I am going to give us," which I don't know how this became us. "I'm going to give us $25. Or Steel Toe Inc. is going to give us $25, I guess. So now we're $115 away from the goal. See how that works? Pretty good.
I'm going to donate to charity, which drops our tax base down here at Steel Toe. So now we only need 40 for the goal. I mean, have some fun with it. If you're gonna do
It's like if I said, "Hey guys, we're trying to make $100 today in super chats. $100. It's an easy number to get to." And then you read, Casey, you're like, "All right, our first chat is from Mike Geary. $100. And I'm like, "Look at that, we did it!
Yay, we did it!
Ah, look at us!"
We have a little bit of a bank from yesterday. A bank. We're probably going to use it today and still fail. If anyone you know what? What time is it? 10, 11? Yeah, it's pity time. If you're taking pity on...
I thought it was goal time. It's pity time.
Mike, I'm worried another bank has failed. America is in crisis.
It's pity time.
Pity time.
Guys, this is the time of the show where I would like you to start taking pity on me, please. That's a segment that Aaron does. It's pity time.
Sometimes it's a jingle.
Sometimes it's late in the show. You're waiting and you're like, "Geez, when am I going to get to pity Aaron?"
Guys, you know what time it is? It's pity time.
It's going to be weird. I remember I watched the finale of The Sopranos live, and I was one of the many people around America that was looking at the clock, and you're like, "There's only so much time left in the episode."
Oh no!
How are they going to fit an ending into this? I don't understand. They're at the diner. What's the possible ending going to be? Why is Meadow parking? And then you're like, "Ah, fuck, the show." So on a day where there is no pity time, people that watch the show later, you're like, "I'm looking at, we're 4 hours and 50 minutes in. When am I going to get to pity this guy? We might miss it today."
On the toe. Go nuts. By the way, gift MN Gal a membership, please.
Why does she buy her own membership? Why is it my job all of a sudden?
This might be the most interesting title I've seen in a while. Gobble, gobble, Mike. Gobble, gobble.
Oh, yes. Now I know what time it is. It's gobble, gobble time.
Gobble.
If you don't know what that means, we're about to find out.
Bank, gobble, gobble. This is a new lexicon from Steel Toe today.
He's always innovating, as we'll see.
He really is. YouTube stole his goal thing. YouTube stole his ranking of people. I believe YouTube watches this man.
He's prolific. Yes.
Thank you very much. Steel Toe says, "I will give you $20 if you grab a handful of your double chin, flap it back and forth, and say gobble, 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 gobble.
No.
Make with..."
Hold on. Now, of course, want to hear what Aaron says. That, of course, would be a chat that would be just breezed by on any other show. You go, "Ah, ha, ha, very funny." And you just move on with the day. The other thing I find interesting, I don't know if I caught this when I was clipping these. The chat is from Steel Toe. Is Aaron just trapped in his own, where he's trolling himself now?
Hopefully. Maybe Johnny's doing it? Yeah, but that makes the most sense that he's doing it.
This is from Steel Toe. You're a fat fuck, Aaron.
Grab your ugly face and go gobble, gobble, you ugly jerk.
All right, so go back a little bit. Obviously, Aaron's going to just go, very funny. Yeah, I'm fat, whatever, and move on with his life.
I don't think so.
Very much. Steel Toe says, I will give you $20 if you grab a handful of your double chin, flap it back and forth, and say gobble, 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 gobble. Make with the 20, bitch. I will totally fucking do that.
Make with the 20. $20.
That was a Stuttering John answer right there. Make with the loot, and I'll do it. I'll show you
I
my
mean,
cat.
That's some righteous bucks. That's some serious money that you can't pass up.
Life changing.
$20, Aaron. Make with the to excitedly go. Oh yes! What a steal! All that for $20? No problem. I can debase myself.
Only 15 once YouTube takes their cut too, by the way. So
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Did I not tell you that I love doing my show and I will do it for money? If grabbing this, if I could get a 20 every time I did that, the first 12 minutes of the show every day would be me doing that and then on with the show the rest of the day. We don't need another dime.
Now, a lot of people play Would You Rather, and many, something comes up and you're like, hey, how much would it take for you to do this? And if someone posed me the question of like, hey, you have to do a show, and every day people are going to make you, hey, Mike, you're a portly fella. What would it take for you to every day grab your neck fat and make turkey noises? I don't know if there's really an amount of, I guess, like life-changing money. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Every day, hopefully I'd call it like 500,000, do a few of those episodes and bail,
Call it a career, yes.
Yeah, tip my cap and walk away after a couple weeks. No, Aaron is like, hey, $20 sold.
How fast can you get it here?
I would do it every day if I could.
What's great is if Aaron figured out a way to take cash, he would like, I'll take 10 in cash. If you could just figure out a way to actually send him the bills.
This is real. This is like, all right, now spank yourself and call yourself a little bitch. Like what's the difference between that and this, really? It's just, hey, do this thing I find humiliating for me.
Are you kidding? Aaron, grab your neck flap and go gobble. I'll give you 20. Hey, you make with the 20, you got it, Chief.
That type of generational wealth, no problem.
Yes. Can't believe the man that plays the Nazi song would do something so embarrassing.
You listen to a lot of Warren Buffett. What's his price for that? What do people pay him to gobble with his neck fat?
I haven't seen those in the meeting notes. No gobbles from Berkshire.
Him and Charlie Munger don't debate what the correct price should be.
Hey, Charlie, gobble. I'll give you $50. All right, gobble, gobble.
No. All goddamn day. Are you kidding? Keep those memberships going, by the way. Who got those gifted? It was MN Gal got one.
Oh, thank God
Art
we finally put that to bed. Finally, MN Gal finally got that elusive membership.
Thinking about it, knowing Warren Buffett as I do, he probably would gobble for 10. That guy he'll take any. It's good business. All I have to do is gobble for $10. That is something I can invest in. Yes.
Yeah, right. Take that money and put it in the S&P 500.
Yes.
Be Fine got one, and Mad Max Mardigan got one. So all of you got
gobbles compound, Mike.
Go ahead and gift one, and we'll pyramid scheme our way to a win.
Pyramid scheme.
Perfect.
Aaron, I would have a tremendous amount more respect if you were pyramid scheming these people. This is not a scheme.
No.
You were saying, I'm going to humiliate myself for $20. Who wants to get in on this?
At least send us some phone cards like the old days. Come on. Those were some good.
Bernie Madoff would have not done any jail time if he was just like, yeah, I'm going to get on all fours and oink like a pig for $20. The SEC would not have looked into that.
Would have been great seeing De Niro do that.
That's true.
So yeah, Steel Toe 1, make with the 20, and you got yourself a gobble. In fact, every $20 gets a gobble grab. Are you these people act like
he's got a name for them already, and I got to give it to him. That is good branding.
Yeah, this guy can make shirts, man. Holy Christ! He just never makes them.
$20 gets you a gobble grab.
Gobble grab. I don't know what it is, but it does sound like nuts are involved.
I'm just thinking of people like married couples that share, bank accounts and stuff. You see charges, you pay off your credit card, whatever.
Gobble grab.
You're like, what did you waste $600 on last month? Oh, honey, you seem annoyed now. You're gonna let. I got a $600 worth of gobble grabs.
I like that she just sees gobble grab on the bill. It's like, what are you doing? You ruined our family.
Gobble grabs.
Gobble grabs.
They've never watched Steel Toe before.
That might be the title of the show, gotta say.
Competitive son of a bitch.
Although it's a shame we do Gobble Grab featuring Louis J. Gomez and Tookie.
I think it works. It fits the show.
Doesn't matter how we cross the finish line and get home. I'm getting home.
Go back. I want to hear that again.
That's
it
how
doesn't
this
matter.
shit.
Like even a little bit. Even a little. You know what I mean?
No. Walk over dead bodies to get home.
What if they were like, hey, Aaron, put on a gimp mask and jerk off and say, I'm a little slut?
You got the 20 on you?
It must matter to some degree, right? Like, fuck a Patrick Melton doll for $20. It must matter at some point, no?
There's
no on this thing.
I mean, he's a professional cuck. His currency is embarrassment. So this is like right down his lane.
Doesn't matter.
Every $20.
It doesn't matter how we get there. Like a coach talking after a sloppy win. That's why if Drake May throws 3 picks, but the Patriots win tonight, that's what Mike Vrabel's going to say. Not if Drake May takes his neck fat and makes a fan give him $20. Vrabel's not going to go, hey, a win's a win.
Yeah, Drake May played great tonight. Just not enough gobble grabs. We needed more gobble grabs out there.
Dollars gets a gobble grab. Are you kidding? These people act like they've never watched Steel Toe before.
That's a
I'm
good
a competitive
point.
son of a
It is
bitch.
on me to be shocked at this. That's a good point.
That's a good point. It is. This isn't even the most shocking thing I said this hour.
It doesn't matter how we cross the finish line and get home. I'm getting home. That's how this shit works, yo. Yeah, Papa Shop says, gobbling up those donations.
Aaron,
That's
nude
what
and put
we
an
do.
apple in your mouth. Is that like what's the level we can get to that it does matter? It must matter at some point.
That'd be a great cover picture for Point, or the show they do on if he's actually a pig on a plate.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
yeah, that'd be amazing. All right, negotiations.
Okay, let's see how negotiations are. We're already at gobble grab, so where negotiations could go from here, I have no idea.
He'll do anything for 20. Negotiate.
Steel Toe 1 says gobble first. Nope. I'm not going to do the gobble thing before the 20. You say, oh, do you have no dignity? I do have dignity. I do need to see the money first. That's only fair. And then, by the way, it's for anybody who throws 20 in.
Yeah.
You or anyone else.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Thank you, guys.
That's sweet of Aaron. I'm glad he's not playing favorites.
Extending the offer to anyone out there who wants me to grab my chin fat.
There are homeless people that exist.
In John's
and if you gave them, for nothing, by the way, for nothing, if you handed them $1, they would go, I could really use a little more, man. Not Aaron. $20, fine, whatever. I'll do a gobble grab.
If I took out $100 and I walked around Venice and I said $20, grab your cheeks.
What is that? 5 gobble grabs? I don't know what.
Yeah,
I've never heard that for money.
Yeah, no. Well, you get more when you buy in bulk. But just say I went out to Venice and I'm like, hey, grab your cheeks and do this for $20. 0 out of 5. I'd go 0 out of 5 in Venice with the homeless people. They wouldn't do it for $20. They have self-respect.
Get away from me.
Yes, this guy would do it for all of it.
Very much. We're going till 11 today.
This is just to use. I know we keep interrupting. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
But to use that analogy, if you went up to people on the street and did that, they go, "Oh, what are you filming me?"
Yes.
Like the fear would that be that they're being recorded. Aaron is doing it for a camera. That's the crazy part.
Yep, no cameras on. We got 400 watching. All right, now how to embarrass myself the most. Kids, are you watching? Make sure my kids are watching. Here's Daddy.
I hope you're happy with that.
All right, good Lord. What's the next one here?
Well, this is where it comes to a head. We get the gobble grab.
Want that to be the case. And then Gal says, I want the gobble gobble. All right. And I'm enthusiastic about it too. I'm not going to give you like a cheap defeated gobble gobble. This is what your 5 gifted memberships or your $20 gets you on the toe today. A gobble 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 gobble. See, I think I did extra gobble.
God, man.
You really need to see it, Mike, to absorb what just
That's the thing is like, I don't. I can feel it.
It was actually lackluster. I got to say, I was expecting more.
Good God.
It was only one-handed. I promise to.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Gobbles on that one. And let me tell you why that was important that I did that. I have this paranoia. As I get older, all this skin sags more. It doesn't, like my weight, whether I'm 225 now, maybe 215.
Isn't
it's
there
just
in
I
his
always
30s?
What's that?
As I get older. Isn't he in his 30s?
Hairline says 60, but yeah, I believe he's in his 30s.
He's have that area, that neck skin. It really means a lot that I do that for you guys, and it shows how much I love you. Because the gobble gobble, I have a paranoia that if I
shows you how much I love
you. I do the gobble gobble for you.
And now the rest of the story. Aaron's gobble gobble.
grab this skin, it won't go back up. Like if I grab it, pull on it, and gobble it, there's a part of my brain that goes, you have to like push that back in now. And that's exactly what that moment was for me. Sam Show says, was that for 5?
Taking us through. What a dignified journey you've taken us on.
He basically just described the plot of Summer Vacation, where you make a funny face, they hit you on the back, and it stays.
He's like, it could have been worse. My skin could have sagged there forever. I don't know that would be worse, because it would be like, oh, that's just a guy that looks like that. He's not humiliating himself for money.
But on the other hand, I have this shiny $20 now, so it was worth it. So worth it.
$5? No. That was for $25. How dare you?
All right, and our final clip of the day, buzzer beater.
Oh yeah, so this is exciting. So it takes a while to get there. We don't hit the goal. He plays that Nazi song.
Of course.
He's still doing that. And then he plays a song of your choosing. That's very exciting. The chat gets to choose the second song. So he plays a couple songs. I figured we've been there, done that. And then Aaron's defeated. But this is where he shoves it in all of our faces. This is really exciting here.
What's the plan here? Main vein with $100. We did it. We won. Suck my fucking dick, you bitch. All of you who said we weren't going to win today.
Hold on. Who? Who's he mad at?
I don't know.
All of you who said we weren't going to win today, like
him. He was the only one.
We weren't watching. Like me and Carl and Patrick, and we weren't watching. Like I certainly didn't say he wasn't going to make it. I didn't even know this happened until days later. And he's like, "Fuck you, fuck you," and then he'll do this thing that I've noticed both Aaron and John doing, where it's like, no, I'm in on the bit now. Watch this. Like he'll do this, and then he'll tell you why both things are cool that he does.
All of you who said we weren't going to win today, we got to win. You can all eat my shit, and it's another win for the toe.
Enough.
Oh, wait, that's not the one. It's this one.
Go eat my shit. To the audience. To the audience.
Thanks for the money. Eat my shit, motherfuckers.
Well, the audience, by the way, is like, we all paid you too. We give you $1, $5, or whatever. Like, why are we eating shit now?
He is like Dwight in The Office. He's the most loyal to whoever who gives him the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
$100 from Main Vein. Main Vein, send me your address and your information via DM.
You've won. I get to know where you live now.
Yeah, gobble grabs don't travel. What are you doing here, Aaron?
How did we get there? Where he said, yeah, send me your information.
Thanks for the 100. Now can I dox you?
And I will get your VIP shit sent out to you. Thank you very, very much. Not only that, but we're over for today, you cunt.
Yeah. He just flipped us off, my guy.
Nice, man. This is also dignified. So Aaron's going to explain what he's doing here. Again, it's very, it's tough to follow. If you're not of a higher mind, a higher functioning mind, you wouldn't really get what he's doing there. But Aaron's going to explain it to us. But he did just flip everyone off and call them cunts.
Yes.
Which is, again, a dignified way to take this money.
His audience.
Yeah.
We win, you lose. You need me more, says humility is not your strong suit. No. I hate explaining the joke. The joke is that I so very clearly was desperate to get a win today.
You could just not explain it, by the way. Like, if it's a joke, you could just the people that get it, and I bet they're rolling on the floor right now. The people who understand that it's a joke will get it, and the people who don't will don't, and make fools of themselves and be like, can you believe? You almost let us do that, Aaron. We were like, can you believe this fucking idiot? And then Aaron could laugh at us and be like, they thought I was serious. The problem is, Aaron is serious when he does that. And then hides behind this thing of like, I'm joking. It's like, no, you exaggerated a little, but that is how you feel when you get that $100. That elation is coming from a very real place. We've seen it on this show many times.
No. I hate explaining the joke. The joke is that I so very clearly was desperate to get a win today, and this just looks shitty. It's funny for me.
I have no self-respect in the beginning. You guys think that's the joke. Joke's on you. I hate me.
It's like we talked about with John earlier, where it's like, so John, your joke was calling us idiots by saying you got a score in the LSAT that doesn't exist.
Damn, we're fools.
Like Aaron being like, oh, fuck you, like acting like that, and then being like, yeah, you believe that I would get excited? And we're like, no, we do believe that. That's the thing. Like, you act like that all the time. The one time you were kidding is not going to exonerate you of all of that. We see you do this constantly.
Also, $100, and we didn't get 5 gobble grabs. He shorted us. Our gobble grabs.
That's true. We're due 5 gobble grabs. Good
Chat, MSO, let them know. We need our gobble grabs.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just harass the hell out of him, please.
We're
Night
due
Show, I'm looking at you. Mike, we got some
hey, super chats.
And then we'll get out of here. So far it is 3-0 Bills.
Oh, Jesus. Let's move.
Aaron is a goo from Dan Varney, $5. Aaron is a goo gobbler. Yes, I stole that, DePaulo, but still funny. Goo gobbler, yes. The Great Dang Lizard, €2. Aaron has never broadcast for free. He always paid. Hey-o!
I mean, that's kind of what he said at the at the radio station. It is working for free. If you sell no advertising, that's doing radio for free. I don't get it.
Gobblers don't come free in radio. We got Chris plus $2. Breaking news. John is suing Melton, he says. We did talk about that a little with Tookie, Chris, if you go back to the beginning of the show, and about how Mike might be involved in that lawsuit.
Oh, yes. I'm in. I'm going to take this motherfucker down with John. We're going to work together.
That's right. Can't wait. Oh, it's going to be amazing.
You know what? Maybe I shouldn't say this on air.
Don't say it. Don't say it. This is too good.
All right.
Because you actually, this is kind of a win-win scenario for you, Mike. Really, like, fucking with John or get cash. Nice. It's really
thinking of a great moment I could have on the stand.
Your Matlock moment, yes. You can't handle the truth. Yes, please. Dang Lizard, €2. Thanks for another great gay Mike project. How dare you, Dang Lizard? And I just said so many
Oh, my goodness. Oh, how did I not ask Lewis about Gay Blind Mike?
Well, we didn't want to confuse people.
Shit.
You got a lot in, though. You talked about broad strokes of comedy, you know, those little details. And we did get Stevie Lou questions into, so there's a little bit of everything. And finally here, Chris Primer, gobble up those donations. That's right, folks. Thank you guys so much for all your great donations. bunch of gifted memberships. Thank you guys. Showed out today.
Yes, thank you very much. Much appreciated. If you are a member, you get early access and bonus content to Why You Laughing and any other shows that we do back there for members on Patreon or YouTube. BlindMike.net is where you get all those links. We're on Spotify now, maybe video. We don't know.
We'll do our best.
I keep saying we've always been on Spotify, but now Spotify cares about us, which is nice. We got the Joe Rogan deal, so we're exclusive.
Well, apparently, so John, I guess we just got this one under the wire, re-announced by Chris++. John again says he's suing Melton. So this is going to be an ongoing thing, and I am happy that you're a part of it, Mike. It'll be fun.
Absolutely. Tell John whatever he needs. I'm willing to provide. Enough of... They didn't even get my voice right, you know?
Patrick, how dare you? All right,
but yeah, go to HackRideStudios.com also. What do you guys have going
on? Well, we're back. So just head over there. We got shows this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we're back. And I just want to take this 1 second to say rest in peace, the great Bob Weir. From, I don't know, are you a fan of Grateful Dead, Mike? Have you ever listened?
No, I saw that he passed away. But no, I don't know much of their stuff.
I think you might like them. I think you might like the Grateful Dead.
I don't know. I do know I worked an event at Fenway when I was working in radio, as Lewis pointed out, my long tenure in radio. We worked an event at Fenway Park, and the Grateful Dead was doing a show there. And I didn't really know much about the band. And then it was entirely guys in like their 60s with long gray hair, tie-dye shirts, like those bracelets, like those whatever like wool bracelets or whatever the fuck they are.
Funny story. So Bill Walton, when he was part of the Celtics, took all like Bird, Parrish, Dennis Johnson, all those guys to see the Grateful Dead. Robert Parrish too, I think. And they all became huge fans. Till this day, Larry Bird will be front row at a Grateful Dead. So little Boston history and trivia there for you. Maybe you like them. I think you will.
I'll check them out. I'll do some shrooms and listen to them.
Nice.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
See you later. Go Chargers!
And we have a meme transition.
Hey, it's Boogie. Sappers through the way, everyone up.
Now, this is very interesting tip. Now, really, ladies, if you're listening, and men, and everybody in between.
If I tell you you've got a homicide, buddy, you've got a homicide.
I hope to hear from you soon. I am proud to own the Trumpy bear, and I will always be proud to be an American. Put it in the outro. Until then, have yourself a great day, and as always,
there's no cum on my mic.
Rock on.
Stop the baloney, huh? What kind of statement is that?
I wrote it. One of my favorite players to cover when he was here was Mike Vrabel. Tell me Mike Vrabel's story. Whatever, dude. I keep it cool at the gym.
Piss on it.
Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, Mike.
All right. Stop! My belly hurts.
My dad was in the military.
Was that, sir?
Can you please kindly F off, please?
If a person is on a bridge, threatening to jump, how do we know that he wants help?
Okay, I hope nothing bad happened.
Money, 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 money. Fuck, please.
Anyway, God bless America.
Put it in the outro.
I'd be worried I was going to stare at her pussy all night.